The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
In the beginning, the Maker formed the angels of the dawn, whose purpose was to carry the will of the Maker with creation. It was our love of you that led to revolution in the heavens. In the end, our efforts failed. The race of Adam and Eve buckled from the weight of revelation and turned their backs on us. We were prepared to suffer pain and indignity at the hands of the heavenly host, but our fate was far crueler than we could imagine. Our punishment was to be forgotten, consigned to an empty void, barren of anything but us until the end of time. That was until cracks appeared in the boundary of hell. Our dukes, seeing their chance, sent us through the cracks with a simple command: free us and vengeance will be ours. We arrived on a world already on the edge of ruin, and we have seen mankind has suffered enough for our sins. Our hope is that there are others who can remember that they were once angels, and together we can make the world right again, whatever the cost.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to McStabber Studios' Demon: The Road to Hell. I am, of course, the storyteller for tonight, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Erzeth the Scourge, who possessed Virginia Waugh.
Hello, I'm Maddox. I play Carsador the Malefactor, who possessed Clark Miller.
I'm House. I play Bazazel the Defiler, who possessed August North.
Good evening. I am Ivy Raven, and I play Trimdeziel the Defiler, who possessed Kathleen Stone.
Hi, I'm Unconscious Celestial, and I play Juleriel the Slayer, who possessed Michelle Mars Porter.
And when we were with this choir of fallen angels last week, well, the birth happened. Rosemary finally went into labor, and it was only through rediscovering the ability to enact a ritual that allowed this choir to save Rosemary and their half angel, half human child. And then, of course, they discovered the fortress that Haramel was looking for. Fortress that is slightly bending the rules of time so that the child can grow older there. Now, apparently that upset Thomas enough seeing the miracle of birth that he's not here tonight, but hopefully he joins us next episode. And as we open up tonight, it's been about a week since the events of the last episode, and this choir of angels are riding over in a car right now. It's a tight fit, but everybody's piled up in the car. Or are you taking two cars since you can talk without being in the car together? To go over to Enlightenment Enterprises. How many vehicles? Let's put it easy way. How many vehicles did you take? 2 vehicles?
I have one that I have one available, so I can head there with one.
So as you all are riding there in at least 2 vehicles, I will let you all have a discussion to game plan it through your demonic cell phone links, whereas the mind communication you all use.
All right, so if anyone asks about Rosemary, I can't say shit because I can't lie.
I don't like to lie, but I can do it if need be.
I can do my best to deflect if needed.
We haven't seen her.
Who?
Exactly.
I guess what's our game plan going in though? Are we going that we're like, hey, gung ho, full on board with Eloise and her plan?
I would say showing too much enthusiasm might come off as suspicious if you were hesitant with it to begin with. Maybe go
Yeah.
there and see if they want to provide an elevator pitch.
Well, if we find her, we can basically talk with her more about the missing people. Who they were, maybe get employee records, that kind of stuff.
I also have my badge from work, so that might be able to get us in a few more places.
All right.
Supposedly, it's our side of things running this place.
Right.
So, shouldn't be an issue, but definitely be observant for anyone you might potentially recognize, such as the one that approached you.
My concern is that the 5 of us and Thomas are our side now, and they're no longer. We're in this middle ground between 2 opposing forces within the Faustians. Or that we're going to be.
Honestly, Faustians are almost as bad as cryptics about each having their own opinions on things. Okay? The simple truth is we want to elevate humanity to the best of their ability. That's where we are.
Right.
And
right.
that's definitely more in line with Heloise than it is Karen.
Like I said, I don't think this is anything we don't disagree on. It's just when it comes to the child now, none of that's going to matter.
That we haven't seen.
Right. Right.
Honestly, I think the best course of action, like mentally that way, just forget about the baby.
Yeah.
Forget about it. It happened. It's done. Forget about it. We're going now to figure out about these missing people and just focus on that.
Are we going to lay those cards on the table that we're looking at, interested in missing people?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was probably my biggest, what I needed to know if I'm going to be.
She asked us to look into it. And she gave us this as our first stop.
Okay.
What are the chances they know the apartment is connected to me?
Probably low. I mean, wasn't there a fire or something there?
Hard to say which one was there.
I will point out the whole building got wrecked.
Yeah.
The official police story is they don't know what the fuck happened.
Is it still standing or is it like wrecked?
It's standing.
Okay.
Floors and walls were destroyed. Some of the outside walls even. As a matter of fact, when you did some research on it, You did find out that at one point the elevator crashed all the way to the ground floor, even though it was out of order. It crashed all the way to the ground floor with people in it. You're pretty sure they weren't humans.
Well, the outside of them probably was. It had to get to the gooey fallen center.
I say probably, based on what we know happened, they're very unlikely.
Also, Clark, if you're extremely worried, I can always give you a facial makeover. They're not going to recognize you then.
Oh, a new face. Cool.
Okay, that
Is
is
it
actually
permanent?
a good idea.
I mean,
Is it permanent?
can make it permanent if you so desire.
I'd prefer not.
As a demon, even if you make it permanent, if he uses one faith point to heal,
It gets
for any reason, it will go back to his original face. But you can do it, yes. As long as he doesn't try to heal himself, because it'll shift it back.
Are you sure? Because the rule just says it makes it permanent if I use a willpower.
It's only because it's a demon. It
Of
has to
course,
do
we're
with
the
it
Even
being
if I do it
demon.
on
for our own
myself and I use a
powers.
willpower, it's not permanent.
Yourself
If I heal
is different.
myself? Okay.
You use
just-
the
I was
power
just
on
curious.
yourself. You can maintain the form that you in your mind have given yourself, but not on him at that point.
Gotcha. Okay, I see. No, but yes, I can give anybody who desires for any reason. You know, I can nip, I can tuck, I can make you. I can also make you look like you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, really jacked.
Yeah.
Won't do anything for you, but I can make it happen.
I find that physical strength is never enough, especially now. I'll be fine without it. Thank you.
You were missing the point, but it's okay. If your physical visage is oftentimes is a weapon in its own right, so
Show muscles.
exactly.
Oh, it would be
Any-
for display.
Yes,
see.
but also I was going to say if need be, if someone really wants to push on any of the topics we do not wish to speak upon, I will take point. I should hopefully be able to dissuade them from their line of questioning. And if not, then we'll figure that out at that point.
If they can't be dissuaded, then I'll just bluntly tell them what the deal is and they can kiss my ass.
If you ever wish to cut out on them, my faction will respect your opinions just as much as every other opinion we have. Academically, at best.
Thanks for the offer.
What are your thoughts on me having been approached by, well, again, we'll call her Karen? Are we okay with me being seen by other Faustians at that point, having...
I leave that up to your discretion. If you want to appear different, and if Cindy asks anything about it, you can tell her that you were approached and you didn't want to be revealed.
I think it's best we show as much goodwill as we can. We are, for all intents and purposes, still on the same side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's why you don't want me doing the talking.
fair enough. Okay, I think we have at least the basis of a plan.
As you're pulling up, you see the building. It's Enlightenment Enterprises, but under it, it actually says mission, soup kitchen, and shelter. And the front of the building, it has a glass storefront, but they've all boarded them up so people can't see inside. And it's in a neighborhood that's obviously the need for those kind of services are in great demand. Now, you pull up in a parking lot, and as you get out of the vehicle, you see people coming in and out of the building. Most of them are coming out with drinks in their hand of some kind, warm drinks, cocos, maybe coffees. It's hard to tell, but the steam coming off them tells you for sure it's warm. You all just approach the building?
Yeah.
As you walk up and you open the building, when you step inside, the entry area has been cleared out mostly. It seems to have tables along both sides of the walls to your left and right. And there is a desk in the front, and there's a single woman behind that desk, but the rest of the room is tables, and off to your right, you can definitely see where people are going in to a kitchen type area and coming out with trays of food. The woman behind the desk, long black hair, looks to be early 40s. She's wearing just a blouse, and you can't tell if she's got pants or a skirt on. And she's sitting behind the desk, and every once in a while, one of the people wandering inside walk up to her and will say something, and she'll smile and reply. A lot of them seem to be waving to her as they come in.
Is there like an elevator or something?
You don't see an elevator right here.
Okay.
There's a corridor off to your left that it's very possible there could be one. The building outside only had 3 stories, though, above ground at least.
Somebody go up there and ask the lady about if Heloise is here.
I'll take care of it. So Genevieve will approach.
You mean Kathleen, not Genevieve?
So,
Wrong game.
yeah, sure. Jenny will do it too.
Never mind.
It'll be different responses either way. So I'm going to use, I want to make sure I have enchanting voice for this, just because if it's any sort of persuasion, seduce, charm, give orders kind of role.
Okay.
So, do you want me to roll anything, or just want me to role play this?
You can roll, and then we'll role play based on your roll. How about that?
All right. Well,
that'll help influence how she feels of you.
Okay. I want to do at least like a manipulation, and I don't know.
Manipulation. Expression is more like doing speeches, though you could technically go with that. You could go empathy as well if you're trying to play up to her emotions as you're doing it.
Yeah, I'd probably do that, honestly.
Okay.
It's also the better of the roles.
Well, that would be the way you would want it. That would be your preferred method, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Difficulty will be the standard difficulty of 6, but you got a -2 to that because of your enchanting voice. So it's 4.
Yeah. So I got 5 successes. One of those is a 10.
Folks, this is why it's good to have a defiler in your choir.
Sometimes.
True. And as you walk up, the lady
talkers.
looks up. Welcome to Enlightenment Enterprises. Good afternoon. It's nice to see you. You
Good
don't
afternoon.
look like you're here to get food. Are you
No.
possibly working for one of the social agencies to look about our shelter facilities for? Well, we've got one for battered women. We've got one for families.
Yeah, I'd been speaking with Heloise, and I wanted to see if she was in, because while we didn't have a perfect pinned in schedule, she just said to drop by so I could talk to her about some things. So
Miss Heloise is not here at the moment. She had to leave town. I'm Rebecca. And
all right, Rebecca.
it's nice to meet you. Anything in particular you wanted to discuss with her?
We just wanted to, my associates and I wanted to be able to, see the facility so that we could do a better job explaining the services that were being offered. And also, we just wanted to kind of figure out if there was any other ways that we could do to helping her, or, the Enlightenment Enterprises as a whole that sounds weird. I mean, in that, like, I'm Kathleen Stone. I'm a psychiatrist, and we have a various motley sets of skills within amongst ourselves, and we are trying to do more within our neighborhood, as it were. So we wanted to see if there was anything we could do to help facilitate that here.
Would you like for me to give you a tour of the place? You and your companions.
Oh, a tour would be probably fantastic.
Oh, I can do that. Give me 1 second. And she picks up the phone, and you hear her tell somebody named Tammy to come take over the desk for her. And shortly after, a blonde, short-haired, like bob cut blonde comes out and comes over to the desk. And as Rebecca gets up, she walks around the desk and, well, take me over and I will introduce myself to your companions and then we can do a tour.
All right, follow me then. And so Kathleen will lead Rebecca to the others.
My press badge is pinned very nicely against my shirt.
Virginia actually has her hospice ID on hers.
You planning to do a piece on this place?
It's a bit for human interest, of course, but I'm at this point still in an investigatory stage, so if I do a piece, there won't be anything written for some time.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Rebecca. Yes, he's been following us on some of our different endeavors, kind of, taking notes and seeing what we've been trying to do. So is that okay if he
We're always happy for good press.
Oh, awesome.
While we have generous donors and we don't generally require assistance in that, the goodwill of the local populace helps improve the attitudes of the politicians, which seem to make things a little easier when it comes to various permits that we need over time. And as she looks everyone over, her eyes stray to Michelle for a second. She goes, "You're Mars Porter, aren't you?"
Yes, I am.
I was at the concert. The one you did coming through here with oh my God, can't believe it.
I take it you enjoyed it then?
Oh, it was great. It's something new to experience that I had never experienced before. I just couldn't believe it.
As in you'd never been to a concert before, or you'd never been into Alice in Chains before?
Either one.
Oh.
Well, as you can see, this is our main room. We use this as the dining hall since it was the biggest room we had available in the facility that would function for this. So we have set it up as the main dining hall. Over there is the kitchens, of course. They go through, there's trays and they can get the food there. We try to keep the kitchen open as much as we can. We can't do 24-hour service, obviously, but we normally have at least something for anyone who comes in to eat between the hours of 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then after that, depending on the event, sometimes like the holidays, we like to have it run a little longer than that. Of course, that's all provided by generous donors. And then, of course, over here to the left, if you'll follow me, I'll take you through and show you some of our other facilities. As I said here, we consider ourselves more of a mission in a lot of ways. We have facilities for shelters and even family rooms where multiple members of family can get a little privacy. It helps with the children, we found. And as she walks you down the hallway,
I rolled a perception awareness.
how many successes did you get?
3.
She is not human.
Does she seem familiar to anything that Arizeth has seen thus far?
No, but she is definitely a fallen.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna keep my eyes out if anyone else, any of the, I'll say, the visitors, the people utilizing the services here were kind of eyeballing us curiously.
Okay. You can do wits alertness for that one.
I also do have, like I said, this is new to me, the enhanced senses ability.
That's only if you invoke your apocalyptic form.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Which would be interesting in this place, but
I'm not going to.
Oh, so much revelation, so much time.
Difficulty enacting it with so many witnesses.
Sorry, what did you say it was again? I apologize.
Perception alertness. Wits is a different game. Perception alertness for this one.
Can I also whisper something to him as I see him looking around?
Of course you can. I'm not going to stop you from whispering.
If you can manage it, August, keep an eye out for scruffy man, wild looking at. I'm describing Ragdan to him to keep an eye out for that motherfucker, because if he's here, that also is an in and a possible way for us to get more information.
I imagine also haven't met him, but I've been privy to stories of him before. So I maybe a little extra, like I'm not just going off of Clark's brief description now.
You've been told many times that he is eccentric even by our standards as a malefactor.
Crazier than a
Um,
shithouse rat, I think, is the good description.
I'd like to make a perception roll on this person who's leading us on the
Okay,
tour.
that's perception awareness.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. And difficulty is always 6 when you're doing perception awareness to pick up the supernatural of others, unless they're hiding it, which is different. But
No, character, like her character.
okay,
Like if she's a good person or bad
but then
person.
that would be
Perception empathy, maybe?
perception empathy would work. Perception intuition would work. I'd even allow that one.
Yeah. I also, because I have good sense of character, that decreases the difficulty by
Then
2.
it makes it 4. Getting all the rolls out in the beginning. That works great. Everyone sits here waiting with bated breath for the
No one ever
dice.
told me being a demon would be this fucking stressful.
3.
3. Okay. She genuinely has a spark in her eye when she's talking about the facilities that she is proud of what this mission is accomplishing, at least. As she takes you down this hall, though, as you notice, not many of the people are walking down this hall. It's relatively empty. You go past 4 or 5 different doors. One was marked supplies. And when you turn the corner and you're out of sight of everybody else, she turns and faces you all. Good evening. I am Darngroth, the messenger.
Can I check some legacy to see if I know this lady?
Me
Go ahead.
too.
It's intelligence legacy, correct?
Yes.
For remembering shit?
Yes, it is. Anyone who wants to do it, go ahead. I'll give you the standard difficulty 6.
4 with 2 10s.
Nice.
That gives you 2.
Can you super botch a roll?
No. But I could give you false information about him if you really want to show the botch off. But
I got 5.
No, I botched.
okay, 2 and 3. For 2 and 3 for Clark.
No. Sorry, I had 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, so for Clark and Michelle, you know they are of the first house. You remember that. Kathleen and Virginia, you remember during the war, both of you, they primarily, that's where they earned the name the Messenger. They spent most of the war going between the various legions, passing information that they did not want to use other means of communication to send, because, as has been pointed out before by Ragdan, some of your kind are very good at listening to things that they shouldn't. I'm glad to have you all here.
Absolutely. Arizeth, the mother.
Nice to meet you.
Garsador of the space between.
And your companions?
Sorry, I apologize. I am Trimdeziel, no title.
Azazel.
Truly, Ariel.
It really was a great concert. First one I'd ever experienced. I
I'm glad.
was new to the body then. I assume, since you were asking for Sinoval, that you are working for her or with her in some ways.
She asked us to look into missing people.
That is what I expected and was hoping for. Well, I will continue our tour. Most of this section here, it doesn't normally get busy until later in the evening when the families start coming in, and during the day. We tend to have a lot of the people who stay here, we give them things to do that they can somehow feel they're contributing. It seems to help a lot. A lot of them are doing cleanup in the urban area. You'd be amazed how much trash piles up, and just going and trying to clean the neighborhood seems to make them feel better. A lot of people don't like charity without the thought of doing something for what they're getting. Now, not sure if Helios told you what the mission was. We are trying to lift these people up is the general goal. We want to empower them to believe in themselves, to break the cycle of hopelessness and despair. And while we don't pressure them to have faith in us, we've learned very quickly that by helping them lift up, they always remember the ones who did it. And in a lot of ways, we've managed to find a good number of thralls this way. Not through coercion, not through pressure, not through anything negative, but through a genuine willingness and thankfulness for what we've tried to help them do. We do a job placement service, and it even allows them to have something most people don't seem to understand. It's hard to get a job when you don't have an address.
Exactly.
This provides them with an address. So we have, oddly enough, a mail room that sorts our longer term residents' mail in that way. I'm afraid I don't have much info on the ones who have disappeared. I've disagreed with the mistress on this one. It's hard to tell if are they disappearing or, like anything, have they just moved on.
Is it strictly the people coming in looking for assistance that are going missing, or is it any of the ones who work here as well?
None of the workers. They don't seem to go anywhere. Of course, most of the workers here are actually thralls at this point. They believed in the mission enough that they were volunteering their time to work with us. So it was very easy to convince them. And as you know, thralls are very hard to remove or otherwise interfere with without us knowing. It is normally the residents or some of them that refuse to live here but come for food, drink, or sometimes the social activities we do. Movie night is quite popular.
The ones who disappeared that were living elsewhere and coming here for services, did they all perhaps hang out together, or were they all maybe living in like the same general area, or do you guys not keep track of where they are when they're not here on site?
Most of them won't tell us where they are when they're not on site. There's still that suspicion. This is where the difference of opinion comes with myself and the mistress. She claims the ones who are disappearing are all of those who are higher than average faith for the people of this place.
They found religion.
Well, as you know, faith is not always about religion. Most of the people here, they preach a religion, most of the humans, but they don't have faith. We had, oddly enough, I've met an atheist who had quite a bit of faith. They firmly believed in what they believed in. So strange to me. I always thought it was faith in the maker that mattered, but it's not.
It's faith in anything.
It's faith in something. I think it's a side effect of the faith. I think the fact that they have higher potential faith means they take the lessons and move on. But the mistress, sorry if I will not keep repeating her name, she gets agitated when I repeatedly use her name in conversations, and
I get it.
she thinks she called it the demon beeper. I'm still adjusting. But let me continue the tour and show you our various areas. And She takes you down, and you didn't realize it from the front, but this building, it stretches way back. It's a very deep building, and it looks like, based on where you see some of the doors, the adjoining buildings, though not marked, are actually have doorways that lead over into them. They've bought out multiple buildings. And as over here, this is the housing area. We're not going to disturb them because there are a few people here who work nights. So because they work nights, they sleep during the day. We have, as you can see by the sign over there, quiet policy if you're in this wing here. And that's where a lot of the families stay. Now, we wish we had accommodations to put everyone in their own room. But of course, even with our generous donators, it's not feasible from a real estate perspective. So we've got our general bunk room over there. We have them divided into by the sexes, of course. It's mainly because it helps with some of those who have dealt with abuse on the streets. They feel safer when they know that it's separated in that way. Over there, that's where we do the movie room. It's closed up. Some nights we have card games that go on there at some nights. We generally allow them to use the rooms 24 hours a day. We are always open.
Do you have a log book, like a sign-in sheet or log book that they sign in when they come?
If they are staying in the quarters, yes. We do that solely to know our capacity. We have to know how many beds we have available, how many rooms we have available. We have those who we've managed to place with jobs. We've got logs on that. Those who have the mail sent here, of course, we have logs for that. The ones who just come in, eat food, maybe show up for movie night, not really. As I said, they're really skittish.
I understand that.
About providing information. A number of the people who avail themselves of our services suffer from various mental health issues. So
have any of the ones who potentially disappeared, would they be in that logbook?
I can check when we go back up front.
Please.
We can check that. And she takes you to a door and opens it up. This is our storeroom. And when she walks into the storeroom, it is packed high with boxes of canned food. There's some stuff that looks like it's being offloaded. Fresh vegetables are being offloaded at this time and taken over to apparently a giant freezer or fridge, one of the two. You can tell by the metal door. You'd be amazed how much food we go through in this place. We've got spare bedding over there. We've actually contracted out for most of the laundry services.
Do you have a clinic here?
No, we don't have a clinic. We're trying to get one arranged. It's difficult. We don't have many. Unfortunately, doesn't seem many of the medically trained people are willing to volunteer their time.
I'll do it.
That'll be a very good help. I know we have a number of people who probably use that. We've been sending them to the free clinics around the area, but you know how backed up they get.
Yes.
So this is the main part of facilities. We have basement levels. Right now, we're not using them for much of anything. We plan later on to expand, but I remember the permitting I'm talking about. Permitting to get it redone inside is a little bit of a pain. This is supposed to be a residentially zoned area, and we're dealing with the zoning on that.
So it's just foundation right now?
It's 2 basement sublevels.
Can I do a bullshit check?
Go ahead. That would be, I don't know, perception or wits. And whatever. What do you want to roll for? Let me do it the easy way. I like doing that.
I think typically I've done what? Perception, empathy?
Yeah, I like that. Go ahead.
Strength firearms.
I do have a dot in firearms. Can I use my emotion specialty?
Go ahead. Lying is an emotion, unless she's a sociopath.
6 successes.
That's a nice roll. She genuinely believes in the mission. You're not sure she's completely honest about the plans for the basement sublevels.
Could we see the basements?
I mean, I could take you down there if you want to come over. We gotta go through the door over there, but take the freight elevator. Right now, we don't. Stairs or freight elevator is it.
Okay.
And she takes you over to a rather dingy, dusty, dirty freight elevator, padding on the walls so that when they bring boxes of stuff in, it doesn't bounce against it. And she puts a key in there, which seems a little odd, to unlock the freight elevator, and then hits sublevel 1. And you ride down the elevator. It's slow. It's a freight elevator.
Storyteller, had I gotten anything from that earlier perception roll, seeing if anyone was
Nobody
eyeing
seemed
us?
to be paying attention to you all.
Okay.
He didn't notice a certain crazy homeless man we all know and tolerate.
No, I doubt he has to come somewhere like this if he
I
wants
know,
shelter.
but if he did, it's another inn.
And when
I'm
you're on
actually-
the elevator, she's not moving, not twitching. None of the little human things you would see in somebody. No nervous shuffling in the elevator. She's just standing rock still facing the door. And when it opens, it's barely lit. Looks like it's only got, it's not even got full track lighting. It's got hanging bulbs at various intervals as she switches the light on. And it's a bit damp down there. Wide open, just support. You're not sure what it was ever once used for, but it's a giant, empty, grimy basement. You can even hear the water dripping. As you can see, it's not acceptable yet for
I'm sorry,
use.
what are y'all planning to do down here?
We're thinking of putting in additional residences down here. But that's part of the permits, and then we can seal up, get the walls, it leaks a bit down here, so we can seal that up, get in a construction crew, come in here and fill that out. We're hoping to eventually put some classrooms so that we can give people night courses. A number of the people don't have their high school diplomas, so we can give them night courses on that and things of that nature.
Since Maddox is not an architect, I have to ask this. Is this one of those, has a couple retaining walls and that's how there's a foundation? Or is it like support pillars every so
Support
often?
pillars every so
Okay.
often.
And it's just empty? Is
It's
is
empty.
it like a solid floor or is it dirt?
It's solid stone, concrete floor. It looks like, based on the patterns of the grime, it used to have like trash in here, but they've at least cleaned out all the trash. You do hear squeaking of rats. You're in a city, so there's rats and shit down here too.
I got 4 on a perception awareness. I'm really wanting to look at this place.
Detecting supernatural stuff. 4. There is a residue down here. The powers of creation have been invoked down here at some point. You can't tell what. It's very faint. So either it wasn't used often or it wasn't very involved. It wasn't very powerful. I could take you to the other sublevel if you wish.
That would be great. Thank you.
The other sublevel, I'll show you. It's and she gets back in and pushes the freight elevator. And as it goes down, you get onto the other level and it opens up and you hear a pump running immediately as it opens up. We've got pumps trying to keep the water out because it leaks up there a bit, but then it all collects down here. And if we don't keep the pumps going, we end up with like 6 inches of water through the whole place.
Yeah, and then you get
Guessing
black
that's-
mold.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's more than one spot that it leaks then.
Yes, the building wasn't well maintained. I believe they said it was cracks in the foundation in a few spots. We figure we can get it patched up.
I might be able to repair a couple of them.
Oh, that would be helpful. There's also just the general issue you have. The farther you go down in the basement, the more moisture builds up. And
Mm-hmm.
At this level, we haven't really decided. This may be the classroom level at some point. We're still technically getting off the ground.
I'm gonna point at her, just like a gesture up and down at like her as a whole. And how long have you been in this?
I've been here. See this, I've been in this body for about 3 months now. I started working here about a month ago when the mistress found her body and began laying the groundwork.
You said there's a lot of staff here that are thralls, but how many are like us?
We've got 12 total Faustians that have been sent here by the mistress.
I'm assuming that's not all the Faustians in the city, just the ones that you've collected.
Of course. I don't know how many more there are in the city. We still are a minority of individuals. Not many of us have escaped compared to the numbers we once had. But it works. Most of them, they're not here every day. They come in, certain things. One of them is actually one of our cooks, does the night cooks. It's really, she sent ones based on their skill sets.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you have a like private washroom I'd be able to use? Or washroom in general in this area?
Not on this floor. I can take you back up.
When we go up, yeah, that's fine. I can use the washroom.
So bothersome that we've got to do that in these bodies.
Finally, someone else who agrees with me. Bodily functions were a poor design element. We should have taken that into account before giving humanity that.
Considering the amount of work that went into it, it's a miracle it works at all.
I wasn't part of any of that. I was too busy going hither and yon and relaying messages and so much.
Do you find yourself being a messenger now?
I worked the front desk. What do you think? She picked us based on our skills and would pick the ones that most suited and gave us a job accordingly.
At least you do not have to worry about actually running there for most things. Email tends to be fine.
Well, I mean, it's something. It's not as satisfying as what we once were, but it's something.
Is there something you would prefer to do?
I don't know yet.
Have you had any other Faustians pop in lately?
Other than the 12, no.
Anyone from other factions?
Oh, we don't generally meet with other factions here. This is a Faustian safe house. You'll find that most of the meetings are done on neutral territory. Trust being what it is. But please, let me take Mars. I can call you Mars, right? She needs to hit the restroom. So let me take you back up to the restroom area. And she takes you back up and she goes, now, if you go down there on the right, women's, this is the communal bathroom. We have a separate section with showers and those kind of things, but this is just public restroom style. So please go ahead. If the rest of you'd like to join me right out, you can see the good work we're doing and see how many people are getting bellies fed.
Mm-hmm.
So Mars, what do you go into the bathroom? Are you I can tell you're planning something.
Yeah. Is it busy? Like, is it fairly quiet? Is there not a lot of people?
When you step in, the bathroom's empty. It's a large bathroom too. It's got a number of stalls. They've designed it planning for more people than you see.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the very end stall, the handicap stall, and I'm going to go in and lock the door behind me, and I'm going to speak with the dead, please.
Okay. Let me pull up that power real quick so I have it handy. Let me find the right book.
Hey, Casper, the fuck's going on with this place?
Okay, you're going to speak with the dead. You are going to, let me go down here, find the right one. You're going to roll manipulation awareness. And your difficulty is 6.
That is a 3.
3. And what do you say?
Well, first, does anybody come, or
I mean, do you call out just, is there anyone can hear me? Because they're forced to answer questions if any show up. But you're not sure if they show up.
Yeah. So I call out, can anybody hear me?
And at first, there's no answer. And then there's a hesitant, yes?
Where are they? Are they in the stall with me, or do I not see
You can
them?
hear them. They're near you.
Okay.
You can't really see them to know exactly where they are unless you
Okay.
tear holes in the veil and stuff.
Right.
Or you want to roll a perception awareness. I'll let you roll that to sense. But they're close. What do you wish of me?
How much do you observe in this place?
I am stuck here. I can't leave.
Not really an answer.
It's not a good answer.
Do you watch the guests that come here? Do you see them?
I see all of them who come here, forced to do nothing but watch and feed off emotions.
Have you felt fear from any of them?
Can't answer that. I am forbidden to answer that question.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. The amount of guests that you see, the amount of people that you see come in and out, has anything bad happened to them here?
Nothing bad happens to the guests here. I was not a guest. Please hurry. I have to.
All right.
He'll notice me soon. I'll have to leave.
No, that's okay. I'll be quick. Were you a guest here?
No, I owned the building.
What's your name, please?
And as he goes to talk, you feel a presence. You don't know, you can feel it. Your supernatural awareness knows it's on the other side of the shroud, but it's here with you. And then you just hear a scream. And a voice echoes out, he was told not to speak. Now he pays the price.
What is your name?
It's not important. Do not contact my spirits here. Little Slayer, this is not for you to play with. I will let you roll perception awareness so you can get a flavor for that supernatural feeling that you're getting. That way you may be able to, well, either identify it from previous or identify it in the future if it's near you.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a willpower because I got a
It gives you-
one.
Willpower gives you 1 automatic success.
I'm gonna roll another one.
Yeah, you don't get to re-roll it.
Damn. Okay. 2.
2. You don't think you've felt this supernatural power before? With 2, the best you can guess is there is a fallen on the other side of the shroud at the moment. But it's not something you recognize. Now, I will point out, when you encountered Usil, the Reaper of Souls, he did not feel like a fallen because he had never fallen. He was not as diminished as you all were, though he was somewhat. This one you feel is definitely a fallen.
Well, Michelle's pretty shaken up, and actually does use the facilities before washes her hands and exits out and quickly hurries to find the rest of the group.
Okay. And as you come out, the group is watching. You've seen several people. Most of the people seem to come in. There's not much talk in the room as they're eating. There's a few tables that seem to have a bit of camaraderie. They seem to be regulars. But most of them don't seem to be talking as much. They come in, they get food, eat. You see a couple with their trays as they finish up, and they go and they leave the trays on dump the trays in the trash and then leave them on a stack. And Rebecca is out there. This is most of it. They come in just so broken. They don't want to speak to each other. It's the hardest part is convincing them to open up.
Just as a rules question, is there something we can roll to get a general like vibe of like faith, or see if there's any individuals that have more faith?
Unfortunately, the ones that best at that is a devil. Lamp of faith.
I know.
I will let you roll perception awareness.
Okay.
To see how well you. It's a high difficulty. It's difficulty 6, but you need a lot of successes. But I will let you roll it.
Can I join in on that?
Go ahead. You can roll it too. Anyone who wants to try to feel the faith in the room, perception awareness.
Okay, next time we find a devil who happens to be a ravener, we have someone eat them so that we can start seeing faith properly.
Actually, you just need to be taught by anyone.
I know, but then we also get to get rid of one of the first house by eating them.
Okay.
So
6 successes.
I bought.
Does my insightful work for this or no?
Why not? I'm feeling generous.
Oh, you shouldn't be, because I got a bunch of 10s. That's why I was asking.
No, I'm feeling generous.
It's the first time I've rolled. It's the first time I've gotten I've actually rolled well for anything. So that's why.
I think we flip-flopped rolls today.
don't worry, Dan.
I
It's
got
just
a
build up
goose
for
egg
something
because
awesome.
I got 2 successes, but then I got 2 1s.
I've just learned don't roll perception because it never helps me.
I rolled a 5 and 4 1s.
Oh my
So I got
God.
2, 4,
So
6.
you
I
feel
got-
no faith from anything. Got it.
Nothing.
Okay, so
Not
I have
even
8.
us.
I got 8 successes.
As you're standing there and you're trying to reach out with your supernatural awareness, your perception of reality, you do identify 2 people in the room. There's a man and a woman, actually. They're sitting at 2 separate tables that seem to have much higher faith than all the rest.
Yeah. Cool.
And Rebecca goes on and on until Mars comes out. And when Mars comes out, she looks over. I wish I could have given you more help on things. Let me go check the records and see what I can find. Give me a second. And she goes over to the desk, and you see her opening up a file cabinet beside the desk and flipping through papers. And I'll let you all talk a bit before she comes back over, if y'all choose to.
I was gonna say Kathleen's going to kind of hushedly say she's going to kind of like low key point out the man and the woman and say those 2 are extremely high in faith. I figure if we could talk to one or both of them, especially just find out if they don't live on the premise, we might find out where the others have been going that are being snatched from. Or not, since they were saying that, based on what Rebecca had told us.
You and August split up and each go speak to one.
Yeah.
I mean,
If I go, I'll probably just end up pissing them off.
Same.
I figured I would take one of them.
I
August-
recommend you take the female and August takes the male.
That works.
Sure.
I figure after Rebecca comes back, we can always just ask if we can talk to people just to kind of see how they like the place. And then, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that way we're not just like, and if you guys want to talk to others also, so it's not, looks like we're not
Exactly.
singling
So
out.
it's not like just those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I noticed one older gentleman over there. He's been coughing a lot, so I might go talk to him.
So Rebecca comes back over with, she has 3 names written down, and I'm not going to go through the names. Y'all can check them afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of them were staying here, but disappeared. One of them even had been placed in a job.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where was he placed?
He's placed at one of the McDonald's not far away, but didn't stop showing up. Just not here anymore.
Clark, take the list. We're gonna have to look into that.
Just fold it and put it in my shirt pocket for now.
Okay.
Rebecca, dear, do you mind if we, talk to some people just to see how they're liking the place? It's
Go ahead. With your friend going to do a piece on this. Of course, it would be in all of our interest if it's a very good piece and really help sell the place. So it always works best with some firsthand interviews.
I just indicate on my badge the name of the press company that he works for, and indicating that it's a tabloid and not like a perfectly legitimate source, and just gives her a shrug.
Hey,
she
you don't
apparently does not know exactly what tabloid that is.
She only been here 3 months.
And he doesn't say anything.
What's that, August?
I would say you don't have to worry about Clark. He is really good at, connecting with people, getting their stories and understanding them. I think he is the right person for the job.
Oh, storyteller, I think you need to give him a fucking manipulation roll on that one.
Rebecca she seems to just discount it after that, though. And she goes back, and I've got to go, and Tammy's supposed to be off.
Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for the tour.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be at my desk if you need anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And she goes and sits back down at the desk. And immediately, as soon as she sits down, you see her on the phones. Because the phone doesn't seem to stop ringing. But you're not quite sure why. Most of the people here wouldn't be getting phone calls, but it seems to be ringing a lot.
I gesture Clark to come with me too, and on our way over to the guy, I just kind of under my breath say, "Did you get a good look at that key that we use for the elevator?"
Storyteller, did I get a good look at the key?
You didn't study the notches in it, but you saw it was a locked key. You saw it. She pulled it out of her pocket.
Was it like one of those just sort of wide square bottom brass keys that have do not replicate, that sort of thing on it? Okay. I know the general template. I wouldn't exactly say I saw it in detail.
Didn't know if it's something you could replicate, but if you didn't get a good look at it.
My talents lie in larger pieces of metalwork than that.
Well, you're still talented nonetheless.
I know. And I just walk over with him.
Confidence is important.
It's not confidence. I know I am good at what I do. Same as I would not expect you to be a poor version for someone to speak with.
So do you all sit down at the table with this guy? We're going to go around to everyone else's here in a second, but we'll do with them since they're already talking. We might as well deal with them. Do you sit down at the table with the guy?
I'd probably go up and say, "Excuse me, sir. My name's August North. This is my friend here, Clark Miller, and we're doing a story on the facility here. Wanted to get some quotes, ask some questions from some of those who utilize its services. Would you mind if we took a little bit of your time to ask you some questions?
But don't stand there hovering over me like some sort of monsters. Sit down. I'm Chuck.
Certainly. Thank you.
Just call me Chuck. That's what everyone calls me, Chuck.
Pleasure to meet you. And I extend a hand.
And he puts down his spoon and reaches out, shakes a hand before picking his spoon up and shoveling a big old heaping spoonful of stew in his mouth.
And though I don't need to make physical contact, once I do shake his hand, I will use empathetic response.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me pull it up real quick so we have it. Oh, there it is. Empathetic response. You're going to roll manipulation empathy. Difficulty is 6. See what you get. Let's see if your string of botches continues. Botchazail, the Defiler.
8 successes.
Okay. Now that it exceeds his wits because, well, mortals can't have more than 5 wits anyway. And he looks up at you. You should get a bowl of the stew. It's real good tonight.
Better for those who can't get their own food just yet. I don't want to take away from others.
It's better than the soup. Soup's not as good.
I appreciate your heads up. I guess my first question is, how long have you been coming to? Sorry, I'm blanking on the place's name.
It's Enlightenment Enterprises.
Enlightenment. How long have you been coming to Enlightenment?
We just call it the mission around here.
Mission. How long have you been coming to the mission?
About 4 days. That word's getting around, friend of a friend, and it just kind of passed around, and I heard about it, and I want to come check it out. So I come check it out, and been spreading the word that way.
Is this the first place like this you've been to, or have you been to others?
There's soup kitchens that churches set them up all the time. A couple of the shelters do it, but no one is open with the hours this place has or as long of food. They have meal times at the other ones. They don't just always keep. If you come in during off hours, you can at least get a sandwich.
So besides that, how else does it compare to some of those other places?
I mean, people here are friendly. I mean, you got to watch out. That guy over there, he's got sticky fingers. So watch your shit when you're walking near him. He's known he'll steal anything he can.
I appreciate.
Watch out for him. But other than that, I mean, they seem okay. Word gets around at a place when people, if they start doing something fishy, we've spread the word and then nobody starts coming anymore.
Anyone you know personally who had been coming? I know it's only been a couple days, but who stopped coming by? Any friends or people that you're aware of?
I'm trying to convince some of my friends to come over here. They're hesitant to move because it's on a different side of town. I had to come all the way across town to do it, but I'm hoping a couple of them will start coming over here too.
So that's a pretty big deal if you were willing to relocate that far.
Oh, the stew's good. I like stew. Especially cold nights, nice warm belly full of food. Some nights, if it's really cold, they give out free blankets to everybody. They're doing good things here.
Anyone in particular, any volunteers or employees that really have made an impression on you?
The cook. The cook always asks me if I want, extra helpings. The cook seems to take an interest in all of us.
Of the stew?
Oh, stew. Hell, one night, it was a special night of some kind because we had, they call it steak, Salisbury steak night, but And Cook always seems to take an interest in everybody, checking, make sure they're getting enough food. A lot of potatoes. We eat a lot of potatoes.
Do you know the cook's name?
We just call him Cook.
Cook.
Look, you're going to find most of the people around here don't like to use names a lot.
No. Like I said,
I mean, everyone knows Becky over there, but other than that,
I'm assuming that means Rebecca.
yeah, he pointed at Rebecca.
Anything that you wish were different?
You know, I know they got places we can stay when I may have to come here when it's really cold out, but I wish they had more beds available for. I mean, they got the family stuff, but the shelter half for the abused women is a lot larger than everything else. So a lot of us men just left to fend for ourselves most nights. You know, and I wish they'd open one on the other side of town. That'd be even better, because then they could help more people if they had a second, even if this one was smaller, if they had two of them. I mean, they got a lot of wasted space here.
Clark, do you have any questions?
Nothing. No.
He eyeballs Clark a bit suspiciously. Empathetic response only works on for you,
No,
not
right.
for him.
Right.
Yeah,
He
the
moves
reason I
his
wasn't
bowl
saying
of stew
much.
slightly away from Clark.
I scoot back to indicate I don't want the fucking stew.
Don't mind Clark. He takes a little bit to warm up to, but he's a real soft.
I just don't trust the news. They always lying about shit.
He's right.
See, he's honest.
He's only honest because he knows I see through his bullshit.
But honest nonetheless, right?
You call that honest? Okay, we'll go with that. I'm fine with that one. I mean, if he's sitting here with you, he can't be all bad, but
no. And I kind of nudge Clark in the ribs.
No visible response from that. I would actually like to. All right, this is gonna sound weird, but I'd like to try some Holmesian shit.
okay, this is going to sound weird. Is a great way to start a plan. What do you got?
Enter the mind palace.
No, nothing that esoteric. Clark's a grounded motherfucker. Is it possible for me to maybe go wits investigation and just sort of do like a deduction to sort of look across him, see what sort of like story
Sure.
his like cadence and like
sure.
the way he
I mean, you're a
shows himself.
reporter. You're used to using your
'Cause I'm not
investigating
good
and
on
trying to pick
social,
up.
but damn it, I can still figure shit out.
Okay, go ahead.
And then does my intuition wit specialization
Sure.
count here?
Yep, difficulty 6. I use a lot of the default difficulty and just count how many successes you get rather than, raising that shit up. It's easier that way.
That'd be 3. Nope, 2 successes. Damn it.
2 successes? Only thing that strikes you as odd is while his clothes are definitely ragged, they don't seem to be quite as ragged as everybody else's.
There's no specific way he's carrying himself, like
Nope.
nervous, confident, nothing like that.
Well, he seems paranoid for sure. I mean, he's sitting, when he's eating, he's hunched over his bowl, guarded.
Any indications of what he might have done in the past, like veteran, just regular office
Nothing you
sort of
can
guy,
tell.
nothing like that? Okay,
Nothing
no,
by
2.
what he's wearing.
All right, I just give him a polite nod then. Just trying to get a sense of where he was coming from.
You got the time? You're
I-
muted.
I look at my watch.
Oh, shit. I got to get out of here. I got to catch the bus back. The driver lets me ride for free.
Oh.
So I've
I
got
hand him exact bus fare.
He takes it, and as soon as it hits his hand, it like almost instantly disappears. I mean, he's quick. I'm here. I'll be here most nights. I come to get dinner. So if you come back, ditch your friend. I'll talk with you again then. And he gets up and offers his hand.
Thanks,
I'm
Chuck.
guessing just to August.
Yep. August, you get to roll perception alertness, please.
Alertness.
Mm-hmm. Yep, perception alertness.
I'm going to use willpower.
Okay, so you get 1 success.
Three successes.
Not bad. As he shakes your hand, something does strike you as odd. His nails are clean. He doesn't have caked dirt or anything under his nails. And he gets up. As soon as you're done shaking his hand, he gets up and shuffles out of the place.
And as I finish shaking his hand, I say, Chuck, it was a real pleasure meeting you. Thank you for talking with us.
I'll be back tomorrow if you want to talk. And he shuffles over it. Now we're going to flash Kathleen and who is it? Mars we're talking?
I mean, we can be talking.
Oh, no, talking to the lady.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I was actually not going to go with Tremdesia.
Okay, you're going to just let Tremdesia go? Okay. And you come over to the lady. She's definitely older in years. Put her at maybe 50s, which is quite a time to survive on the streets if she's living on the streets. And when you sit down or when you come over to her, her eyes come up and look at you, and there is a light in her eye, definitely of hope. She doesn't seem as beaten down as everybody else.
I'm not going to use enchanting voice, but I will make sure that my approachable for this one.
Okay.
So if I do any empathy rolls, I get a difficulty by 1, reduction of 1. Hello, ma'am. Do you mind if I sit down and just speak with you for a little bit?
It's free country. What's a nice girl like you doing in here?
Kathleen will sit down. Well, I'm a psychiatrist, and so the foundation here had reached out and was looking for people to kind of come through and talk to individuals and possibly do some work with the community here. So
you remind me of my daughter Joan.
Oh, well,
she's named after me.
All right, Joan. Well, I'm Kathleen.
Oh, that's a pretty name. Like that name.
Well, thank you. Sorry. Do you? I guess I just wanted to ask first. Are you okay? Like, are you being treated well here?
Good food. Movie night's great. They let me stay in the women's dorm most nights. It's better than the street. A lot better than the street.
Oh, yes, I believe that. I mean, I don't want to sound rude, but no one here is abusing you or any of the other women who use the services here.
Oh no, they're all real nice. This is nice, clean place. I can even get a shower once in a while here. Doesn't help to put the same old clothes on, but it's better than nothing.
Okay, well that's good to hear. I just wanted to make sure. It's always one of the biggest concerns when doing this kind of work. So
I mean, they're doing real good things, and I'm hoping that they'll open up a few more of these and maybe and give help to all of us that are stuck on the streets with nothing.
That would be really awesome, wouldn't it?
It's so hard to find people who actually care anymore.
Well, I know someone who cares a lot and tries to do a lot of fundraising, so I'll put a bug in her ear. So
that'd be good. It's anything that can, help spread the cheer of this place.
You're talking about the cheer and like it feels very good. Is it?
Don't you feel it when you come in here? I mean, everybody's eating. Yeah, they're not talking, but they're eating.
Yeah.
I mean, this is more food than I can get more here than I would any 3 days if I was outside.
So it's the atmosphere of, would you say, The quality, plenty. I mean,
Good
there's
food.
high.
They don't ask for anything, but they offer if we want to do something, or if we say we want to try to give back, we can volunteer, or we can go and do trash details. One that they do. We can go spread the word. They let us work in the kitchens if we don't mind it. Help serving people. They don't let us cook, because Cook back there, he does all the cooking. He refuses to let anyone else near anything. I don't even know how he's there this often. He's almost always here.
I'd heard about him a little bit from Rebecca, so I'll have to try and meet him at some point too.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's always. I mean, I've never come to the kitchen yet and not seen him back there. He seems to always be here.
committed to his job.
Oh, he's a nice guy. He's always asking. He calls me mom sometimes. I shouldn't have made that mistake. I told him, reminded me of my son Bobby, and then now he calls me mom and asks if mom wants an extra piece of bread or another biscuit. He's a sweet guy. He checks with all of us.
It's very generous of him. Nice. So you stay here every night then?
Most nights. Once in a while, I'll be either out with talking to the ones I used to stay in the alley with, and I won't come back. But most nights I come here.
I gotcha. Have you been able to bring any of your fellow or former individuals you were living with?
Oh yeah,
to get to
a number of them do. Some don't trust this place. They've been on the street so long that they don't feel comfortable in a building at night. But they all come here for food.
I gotcha. Well, at least they're able to get something out of this. So,
I mean, the food's the best thing. Well, and the blankets when it's cold out. Once in a while, they get shipments of socks in and offer us all free socks. Those go quick though. They run out of socks fast.
I'll have to see if I can't have my friend maybe try and get some more socks donated then.
That helps a lot. Socks are great. I used to knit a pair once in a while. It's been so long though. Lost my knitting needles. Then all the you can't get any yarn or anything or any kind of threads anymore. Not without money.
So, like access to some sort of like crafting things, services here, would those be helpful to you and others?
I'm sure anything that would keep our hands busy.
Oh,
I mean, I can only volunteer so much. I try to volunteer here some nights, but I just trying to find something to keep my hands busy. It'd be great.
When you volunteer, what do you usually get to do, or is it different every time?
It differs. Some nights I'm just out there. They call them the welcoming committee, where you go out and talk to the ones in the area, try to convince them to come in, hand out flyers. If it's coming around the holiday, they send us around to talk about, come get some Christmas dinner. Christmas dinner was great. They had ham and turkey.
Oh,
I even ate the cranberries, and then she leans forward, and I hate cranberries, but it was good.
Sometimes it's the right time for the cranberries. So, I know everyone here is from different parts of the town. Were you from local to here, or did you have to, travel a little bit further?
I've been around it. You never stay in one place too long because the police will come and rough you up and business owners complain. But this is my neighborhood. I raised both my kids here. They moved away and never came to visit. And then the economy crashed. I lost my house, lost my job. And now I'm doing this. But one day, we'll get it all sorted out and I'll get a place again. And then my kids maybe will come see me. I'm hopeful. I'm hoping.
Hey, you got it. You've got to have, hopes and dreams for something, and that's just as good as any other. So
that's the important thing is you gotta have, you gotta wait for things to turn out better. Things can't be bad forever. Eventually something good will come. I know it. I can feel it right here.
yeah. Sorry, my brain is like fucking jelly, cranberry jelly at this point.
And she looks over. Well, I'm done eating, and I don't want to sit here and just. They don't like when we just take it up the tables.
I'm sorry I took up your eating time there. So, but I do appreciate you talking to me.
Well, you're a nice young girl. Anytime you want to come see me, I eat all my meals here. I stay here, so.
Like I said, there's a possibility I start doing some work here, so you might see me around again. So.
Oh, good. And she gets up. You really do remind me of my daughter. And then she shambles from the room. She heads outside, even though she's staying here. She must be going to do something out there. And now we got a flash to Virginia as you go over to the guy coughing, you said.
Mm-hmm.
And as you come over, he's racked with a coughing fit. Give me your perception medicine.
She gets 1 success. He's coughing.
I mean, that's a possibility.
My specialty of pathology?
Sure, why not? This is a generous night. Let's see what she gets. She's rolling again, everybody. 10-a-thon over there. Let's see how many she gets.
6.
6. Based on the sound of the cough and the look of him, you're guessing lung cancer?
Mm.
And he coughs a bit and then he stops and looks at you.
Hi there.
And he coughs some more and then he gets a bite of food in between his coughs.
Yeah, she sits down near him and says, I'm Virginia.
It's not catching, don't worry.
I understand. I'm a nurse.
And he's got that raspy smoker's voice.
Mm-hmm. I'm a nurse.
Mm.
What do you think about if they offered like a health clinic in this place?
Not much you can do for me. Big C's getting me.
Is it?
I mean, I'd give anything to get rid of it, but, Big C.
I understand.
At least I'll get a full belly on to the end, That's the important part.
How are you managing your pain?
Me and pain are an old friend. I just kind of live with it most days. I don't stay here because I want to keep everybody up all night. All the coughing all night long. It's too much.
That's very considerate of you.
Just another person coughing on the street. Nobody cares. Cough up in here. And
They get upset because they can't sleep.
yeah, and then people think I'm going to give them something.
Mm-hmm.
Half of them think I got tuberculosis or something.
Oh, no. If you had tuberculosis, everybody in here would have tuberculosis.
And then he starts to laugh and then turns
again.
right into a wheezing cough.
Yeah. Did a doctor tell you that you had it?
Yeah, I've had it for a couple of years now. It's just looks like it's gotten worse. All the street living ain't helping.
I might have some resources that can help you. I actually work with the local hospice.
They don't really help me. You can't get a hospice nurse out in the streets.
And what if there was one right here?
If we can get some painkillers, sure. Carton of cigarettes is fine too. Once you already got the coffin, you might as well keep putting nails in it.
I can't refute that. I really can't.
What I got to lose now, right?
You mind sharing your name with me?
Yeah, Thomas.
Nice to meet you, Thomas.
Yeah. You can call me Old Tom. Most of them do
Old
here.
Tom, you can call me Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be doing some volunteer work here, and hopefully I'll see you.
Like I said, I come here for food. It's free food, free food.
Yeah,
At least I can die with a full belly. That's the important part.
yeah.
I'll die wet on the street, but I'll die with a smile with a full belly. Got to have a sense of humor about it.
You know, I agree. I do agree.
And he starts coughing again.
And she just makes some small chat with him,
Okay.
talking about, you know, his experiences and things like that.
And as you wrap up your conversation,
Mhm.
I assume you all are done with your initial fact finding.
Mhm.
So I think right here will be a good spot to go to break as you all head out, and then you can have a chat afterwards about what each you found out. But we're going to go to break right here, everybody. So please, everybody, enjoy the break. We'll be back in 10 minutes as they try to make heads and tails out of what information they just got, because a number of things were revealed that they could use. We'll see. See you in 10 minutes, everybody. Welcome back, everyone. You just missed on Zoom chat talking about some things defilers do to get thralls that involve a lot of shape changing.
Why did they give them the handcuff logo?
Okay.
Why did they give me the fiery sword? Clearly, the Fallen just didn't dictate their duties accordingly.
Their symbology's a little off.
Yeah.
Wow. So welcome back, everybody. As you can see, when we're not in character, things get a little weird, like Cranberries lyrics being sung over Zoom chat.
Do you have
Even
to
in
let
even
it
in
linger?
character. Even in character, things get weird. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's demon. Reality's just a suggestion.
Yeah, we're literally not souls stuck inside human bodies. This was weird from the jump.
So as we're going to pick up here, you all are riding back in your vehicle, or you're back at your vehicles. I don't know if you're leaving yet or not, or where you all can have your little private talks to share what you've each found in this place.
The lady I spoke to, Joan, she was very nice, and she was very adamant with how nice everyone was, and she had a lot of hope for the future and hope and belief in people. But
That's rare.
she said she spends the night here, but she also left immediately after eating, and now I'm kind of like wondering why, since she said it was just so wonderful here.
I have reason to believe Chuck's a thrall.
You think so?
I do.
Like he was a plant?
That sounds logical.
From what I could tell, he did his very best to be unassuming.
He also talked about the cook a lot, like abnormally a lot.
How about your lady, Kathleen?
Joan mentioned the cook, but she didn't seem as infatuated as August's individual. She did say that she told him he reminded her of her son, and so he started calling her mom. Apparently he is very accommodating.
I plan on doing some volunteer work here. Kathleen, you might consider doing the same.
It's probably good for our reputation with the organization.
Yeah, because they need something for those that want to talk to a mental health professional, and they definitely need a nurse to check over some of these people. My guy, old Tom, not remarkable in the ways that the others were, but he's dying of cancer.
That's too bad.
Yeah. I've done it before. I can heal him. And he can be our eyes and ears in that place.
Kind of, I don't want to say fighting, but using their own whoever's tactics against. I don't even know whose role he is, but might not be bad to
Have our own in place. Because he says he
Yeah.
doesn't sleep there because of his coughing. So if we make that better, he can stay there.
Michelle, did you go in the bathroom to, let me rephrase, was there an ulterior motive to your going to the bathroom?
Yeah, I was actually just about to say, if you do that, Virginia, you don't get attached. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. I tried talking to someone beyond the veil and I didn't get a name. They were cut short, actually. There is a fallen beyond the veil, and I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how. But they weren't happy with me talking to the spirits, at least in that building. I'm going to try again somewhere else and I'm going to see, but yeah, something's not good there. I'm still a little shaken up about it, actually.
Are you able to get us on the other side? Maybe we can ask them more directly.
I'm pretty sure, storyteller, I have no clue how to do that.
Lore of the Realms, level 2. Actually, that allows you to do it. To go
I don't
further
have
than
that.
Let's see, does it open it up for everybody? Looking to see if it lets it. Level 2 will let you go in for sure. Trying to see about the other ones. There should be a power that lets you go through.
Do you mean me or do you mean Clark? Because I
No,
don't
you.
have realms.
Lore of the Realms, which is Slayer, level 5, pierce the barrier, creates a doorway between the living and the dead that you and others could cross. Yeah, it's a different lore path than yours, but it is one of the paths that your house can do. Pierce the barrier, or actually not pierce the barrier, the one that Usul did step beyond the veil. He opened and stepped through it that way. That's how he got on the other side.
Okay. Michelle can't do that though, and doesn't know how to do that. So
Yeah, you've forgotten that ability.
Any sense who this restrictive or preventative being was?
No, they told me it didn't matter and that I was a little slayer. So I'm not sure if they are maybe also a slayer.
What if it's Scythe
I
Man?
don't know. No, definitely not. They were fallen, not Scythe Man.
Okay.
Little Slayer. I want to roll a legacy on that.
Go ahead. That'll be your intelligence and legacy roll.
I'm also going to spend a willpower.
One automatic success that cannot be canceled with failures.
That's 7 successes.
7 successes. I don't know anyone who used that phrase exclusively, but
Like a particular house.
towards the end of the war, it definitely came from houses that felt they were above slayers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while the devils, you know for a fact, considered themselves above all the other houses, they also did not talk condescending to the other houses. They just felt it was assumed that they're the first alpha. Everyone knows it. We don't have to talk like that. So it would be a house that would be more likely to insult the Slayers or to feel they get something from it. So Devourer, maybe? The fiends and malefactors weren't known to do that kind of thing.
Not even scourges, really.
Right. Devourer
I'm
would
sure
be a good
some
guess.
scourges might, but only because, life, death, maybe some of them were resistant because they thought the Slayers were fucking up what they did.
But your best guess on that roll is a Devourer might have said something like that. Though that would raise the question of how a Devourer's on the other side.
Yeah.
But it does strike you as something they would say.
That sounds like a devourer talking. How in the hell would a devourer get there?
How did one get locked in Chinatown?
Well,
Well,
that we know from Michael.
I was
True,
going to say
but
that was a totally separate thing. So.
But that's as an example. There's far too many options.
Why in the
for
hell
how
would a
things could happen.
devourer be where the spirits are?
I don't know, but they claimed that the spirits were theirs.
Really?
Dumb question. I'm assuming we've left, right?
Yeah, you're back at your vehicles. Probably sitting in your vehicles. You haven't driven off, but you can have this conversation while in your separate vehicles through the demonic chat. So you can sit with your vehicle rolled up. Nobody can hear you, and you can talk away.
I don't know if this is related, but I also got a sense that Rebecca wasn't being 100% truthful about plans for the basement levels.
It's not surprising. Rebecca seems kind of out of it, if that makes sense.
No, she seems like she's not 100% on board with Cinny.
Well, I mean, looking at the course of action we've taken, it's not a huge surprise that individuals
like I said, Faustians aren't that different from every other faction.
No, she loves the mission and she seems to love the work, but
yeah, but she's not necessarily full dedicated to Cinny.
Right. It slipped my mind. When either when y'all are like applying to volunteer or something, or Clark, you might be able to. I want to know who the owner of the building was. Either the owner of the company or the owner of the building.
You say was specifically previous owner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine, Clark, with your press connections, that you should be able to get access to that. That should be public record, I'd imagine.
It wouldn't be too hard to acquire the information. It's just a matter of being able to frame it as necessary for my story.
How that building went from what it was to what it is now.
Seems the most reasonable angle. If you all have any thralls that also feel comfortable enough being here, maybe have them stationed in the meantime and he'll like nod to Virginia until you can get Tom on board, as it were.
Yeah. I want to take it a little bit slow with him, show him I can improve his symptoms first. Build that trust.
And faith.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, everybody. I have this like just nagging feeling in the back of my head. Shoot, Clark, you said before your gifts let you go to people if you know what they look like, right?
If I have a decent understanding of the person, yes.
Understanding or at least what they look like?
Look like would probably make it more difficult, but I can still work with
Well,
it.
you understand that The lady has a faith in humanity.
I just I just feel like there's, I don't know why, it's bugging me that she left.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I mean, I would have got no problem just getting out and walking around, because she said she used to kind of live around here. So
I doubt you were too lucky to get a name,
Joan,
Joan.
I can tell you, I could give you her face if you need it. That's why I was asking.
Oh, yes, that would be helpful.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna roll for Lore of Transfiguration. Which one is it? Shape change? Yeah. So I gotta do an intelligence and medicine roll.
There you go.
So it's 3.
Interesting
6.
way to use those. It's one of the advantages of the power is you don't need to draw shit, do you?
Yeah. All right. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Every one of them is a success.
So spend 1 faith. It costs you 1 faith to have done it, which was replenished because it's been enough time to put you back at your cap.
Yep.
When dice want to explode, they really fucking explode.
Oh,
So,
no. It's,
you look exactly like her.
So I was gonna say, individual in Kathleen's clothes but looks exactly like Joan is going to get out of whoever's car she was in, so she can go, like, let Clark look at her.
Okay.
I'll do my best to commit the face and like stature, height, all that sort of stuff to memory.
Okay.
Would you like me to find her right now?
I mean, if you could send me to her, that'd be fantastic. I don't know why. It's nagging at the back of my head. And
1 moment. And I'm going to step out of the vehicle, and I don't suppose there'd be any landmarks for me to figure out true north, would there?
Don't you have that direction sense?
Only in apocalyptic form.
Oh, okay. Then, I mean, you're in the city. You know what way north would be.
All right, then I'll face
You know
that
which
way.
way the streets run.
Yeah.
Face that way, and he's just going to real quickly point, spin around, point south, east, west, cardinal directions, and I'm going to try and do similar to what Ragdan did when he was dancing, but this time just with directional understanding.
So you're going to use sympathetic on it with fine path?
Yep.
Okay, so your difficulty on this one, is 5 now. Perception, survival.
Four successes.
4 successes.
No craziness, no 10s or anything. But 4 successes.
Find a path that leads down the street. Let me do something here. I gotta roll something here real quick. Okay. Yeah, drop the die. That one's in the penalty box the rest of the night. Okay. Okay.
And then I'll just look at Kathleen. I can instruct you if you just wish to walk it yourself, or I can go with you. Up to you.
Sure. I mean, I don't think everyone needs to go necessarily. I just want to make sure she's not, hopefully not dead.
I'll go with you then.
If you wish.
If you all don't mind.
If you go to follow it, you sense something is wrong with the path. You know that if you continue to follow it, a trap has been laid and something bad is going to happen to you. Something you cannot avoid and cannot disarm. The path itself that you have laid has been booby-trapped.
If we go this way, there is injury and possible death. Someone has laid a trap in pursuing this woman.
You know, because you have this lore, that is the high torment version of concealed path.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely in danger.
Or being guarded. Either way, I dislike the energy coming off of the defenses.
Virginia leans out the window. Then why don't we all follow the path and give them a surprise?
So you're aware that's not how it works. What will happen is you will take supernatural damage from the path itself inflicting it.
Oh.
Yeah, I explained that. By
Okay.
walking this path, we will be harmed.
What
Whether it's
about
enough to kill you or not, probably not, but you'll feel it.
what about Chuck? Followed him, see if he was going.
I can keep aware of the path and find another one, or is that
There's no
stretching it a
there's no
little
limit as
much?
to how many paths you have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'm also gonna do a bit of split focus and look for Chuck on top of that.
Okay.
If you want me to roll again real quick.
Yep. As long as you haven't left the area, the path is still there. It's once you leave or start going a different route, you'll lose your path.
5 successes on Chuck.
On Chuck, let me see the distance you have. It doesn't really have a set distance on it, but high number of successes required depends on it. Thinking. You believe you have a path to it.
No
Not nearby.
trap or setup.
It's right at the edge of your ability to push your path, finding out.
Whoa, he got far very
He was
quickly.
going on the bus.
Yeah. Across town.
Long ass bus ride, yeah. It seems like he is where he said he initially came from, across town, so he will be a much further distance than her, but she is obviously, the path to her is more heavily guarded, which also makes me worried that there's a malefactor involved.
And I can heal us as we go.
Do we stick with following her then, or split group and look for both?
I say follow her because it's obvious someone's taken interest in her.
We'll get in the vehicles and start pointing where they need to go.
Okay. So are you going to follow the vehicle, or are you going to... Hers is not on a vehicle. It's easy. You can use your vehicle, but or are you going to walk on the street?
No, we're going to use the vehicles.
Okay. As you begin to follow the path, as you were told, the trap has been laid.
Mm-hmm.
You get about a block down, and you each take 4 bashing damage. So knock off 4 blocks of your health, puts you straight to wounded from the supernatural backlash of this path. Gives you -2 dice on your dice pool for now.
I am
Now you can heal it. Each of you can heal it instantly.
Yes.
Bashing damage can be healed by spending 1 faith. We'll heal all your bashing damage. Let me double check my main systems, which one it is. How much you heal per. 1 point of faith heals a single level of lethal or all levels of bashing, but it takes concentration for an entire turn. So you can heal it all by spending 1 faith. You can heal all the bashing damage.
I will do that.
Okay. But you have to stop your vehicles and stop following for a second while each of you the drivers have to do that. Passengers can just fucking do it.
I will elect not to for now.
Okay.
So just a large trickle of blood out of my nose, and I just ignore it.
I will heal.
Okay. Yeah, because 4 puts you at wounded, so yeah, you'd bleed a little.
Say Kathleen will just use the faith also.
Okay.
Same.
And as you continue down the street, you find the path to the point, at the point you used it. It leads to an empty alley. Everyone perception, alertness. Or sorry.
Awareness?
Both, actually. You can roll both.
It has perception in it, which means I'm just not going to roll well, because I never roll well on
I'm
these
going
rolls.
to spend a willpower for each roll.
Okay. Gives you 1 success on each.
One success. I did perception awareness.
Okay.
I also did perception awareness, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. 4. That's nice.
I got 5 on awareness.
Okay.
4 on awareness, 3 on alertness.
Okay.
I got 4 and 4.
Okay.
I got 6 on alertness.
Okay. So for everyone on your awareness, other than Clark, who isn't aware of shit, this is the place that lore was invoked right here in this spot fairly recently. right here. On your alertness, you see a windowless van, white van, that seems to be driving erratically, that just peeled tires cutting around the corner of the block up ahead.
I'm going to press the accelerator and go after that van.
Okay, we're going to be doing some drive tests if you're going to try to chase them.
First time I've ever seen it in any World of Darkness game.
I'm going to attempt to follow.
Okay.
Oh my god, what a monumentous occasion. Someone's actually fucking rolling drive.
It's Dex Drive,
Dex Drive, yes it
but
is.
I have lightning reflexes.
That gives you a
think that'd
specialty.
help.
That'll give you a specialty. Who
So
all was
before-
driving? I knew Virginia's in one vehicle, August is in the other.
I can't. I
Right.
literally can't
So you're piled up in
differentiate
those
color.
two vehicles. So, and we know Clark and Kathleen were not in the same vehicle at first together because she went over to you.
Yeah, she was probably like in August's. So
2 successes.
6.
All right, Virginia was a drag racer before she was a mother. Got it.
August, you're quickly cut off and trapped in the flow of traffic as Virginia starts to give chase. Virginia, you've managed to stick with them and are gaining on them, but you got to roll again.
Okay.
This is an extended test. The first one to 20 successes wins it.
Am I just done then?
Yeah, you're out of it. You didn't have enough to catch up with 2 at the start.
Gotcha.
You were behind Virginia and got trapped with a light with people in front of you that I don't think August is going to drive on the sidewalk to get around the corner. I mean, if you want to, I'll let you get back in the chase, but
That time I got 9 from exploding tents.
Alter the gravity of the car.
you can.
Spidey buggy.
So you're aware, car chases are somewhere that some of those fundament powers get stupid quickly. Okay? So
Oh, yeah, I know.
you're up to 9 now?
No, I'm 9 for this round.
That round. You catch right up. You're getting real close to the vehicle. I mean, you've managed to, it got slowed down and had to weave some traffic. You managed to weave some traffic and catch up ahead of
Once
it.
I'm on its bumper, I want to know.
You're not quite at its bumper yet, but you're pretty close to, I mean, you've gained on it big time.
Would you like me to stop them?
I was about to say, or I can, because I can do adhesion.
Adhesion
Oh, I
only
wasn't
applies to
gonna-
you. You can't use it,
Oh.
or your car, you're in it, you're touching it.
Adhesion's for really good climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't do it on
Please
them.
stop them.
Right.
Please.
I dig into my pocket, take out a pebble, and I'm going to do 2 things. First, enhance object,
Hang on, that's a new power.
so that it's a very, very strong little stone.
Okay, that's a low difficulty. So go
And
ahead
it's-
and roll.
It's what crafts? I don't remember the first one I roll.
It is going to be perception plus crafts. I'll give it difficulty is 4 because it's not even as complex as a hammer.
Okay.
And that third roll, I got 6.
Okay.
So I hit 20.
Okay.
All right, then guess what? That's a full 6 successes on 6
Oh,
dice.
damn!
Gotta love low difficulty. Whew.
Era's at the car store. Tag team.
Seems are only good when there's violence happening around us.
Okay.
Uh,
So
so I just make the little rock better.
it's just a really strong rock.
It's a really strong rock.
Strong rock.
Yep.
And then I'm going to get the window down, lean out of it, and with manipulate inertia, chuck that rock at their tire.
Okay. Dex athletics.
That I can happily do also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, 3 athletics? What the fuck? All right. I guess I'm athletic. What's my difficulty, sir?
Move.
Difficulty
come
is on that hit. It's a tire. It's a small target. Your difficulty is going to be 8 for the size of the target.
Gotcha.
I just want to argue that there's possibility that 2 defilers in a single car, we could use our powers to get the cars apart if we could yell
Please
at them loud
move.
enough.
Hey, everybody, please just move aside for us.
All right, we need to get our defilers both megaphones. That's how we'll.
Everybody,
That's what we'll
move
weaponize that.
aside. We would greatly appreciate it.
Your cooperation is greatly appreciated in this trying time. That'll be 2 successes total for chucking the stone at the force of a bullet.
Okay. Hey, 2 successes. You hit it at the angle. It knocks a chunk out of the side of the tire, but not, it's on the tread. So you just knocked a big chunk out of it. You didn't manage to penetrate it. And now, now is the other problem. Hang on, double check it.
Fun fact, I cannot enhance the same rock again.
Nope. Not the same rock, but I'm sure you have multiple rocks.
Oh, dozens.
I told you, Carsador is stoned.
Art imitates life.
I need Virginia to roll Dex Drive again. As your
lightning reflexes.
Go ahead. Yep. As your high rate of speed towards his vehicle. Okay.
That is 6.
6 successes?
Mm-hmm.
In front of your car, the concrete and tar of the road. First, all the pavement comes up the tar, and then the concrete under it lifts up. And a semicircular barrier appears in front of your vehicle.
I'm going to.
Your Dex Athletics gives you enough to not crash into it at a high rate of speed.
So I slam on brakes.
Yeah.
And then I am going to immediately control the wind to knock that fucking van off the road.
You can try that one. What
God,
are you going to use? Command wind?
Yeah.
I know why this is so
extension?
difficult. We're in the middle of traffic. There's probably shitloads of fucking
Oh, they're going to get in an
humans.
accident
God.
right now.
I know, it's just I'm now seeing why it was so hard for me to actually get my powers to fucking function, because we're in the middle of public where there's everyone watching.
Yep. Your difficulty on this roll, now that it's all been drawn attention to it, is now 10.
Okay. What do I roll?
You're going to use Command the Wind, I assume, or Fist of Air?
Fist of Air.
Crush object, stun living. I mean, let me look and see. Yeah, I think that's the best one for you to use.
Yes, it'll knock them over.
Stamina survival.
Okay.
Watch, as soon as they tip over, then their fucking tire pops.
Does hazards work?
Not for that now.
Okay. Does tireless work for stamina?
No, because it's not a stamina check yet.
Okay.
Not in terms of how long you can keep it going.
I'm going to burn a willpower.
Okay. No, it's a faith power. You have to burn an extra faith.
I will burn a faith.
Okay.
That is 4 successes.
4 successes. That is enough of a force of blows to damage wood. Not enough to break a steel fence, not enough to overturn a car based on the strength chart. So it hits the side and the whole side of the van dents in where it hit. But it continues ahead of you. Actually, you can barely see it as it speeds away. You get one more round if you're going to try to find a way to stop it.
I don't know what to do now.
How close? How close are we to this wall that sprung up?
It's like right in front of her. She managed to hit the brakes just in time.
Are there cars behind us?
Yeah, they hit their brakes too.
Shit.
She got lucky that difficulty was high enough he couldn't make it appear under the car and throw the car over. It actually was in front of the car. They misjudged.
I can see the van still, right?
Barely. The top of it.
Top of it, not
the top
wheels.
and part of the side where you see the sides caved in.
Virginia, is there anything sufficiently large in your car? Like bigger than a pebble?
I got a spare tire in the trunk.
I'm gonna run and grab that spare tire and try and chuck it at this fucking van with manipulate inertia. This is getting fucking annoying.
Okay. She pops the trunk. I'm going to let you do it, though. They're pulling away. I'll give you a chance because you can hurl shit a long fucking way. Now,
Especially with a lore that changes how fast it
And
goes.
we're about to do revelation of everybody in the fucking cars. Fuck
Yeah.
Yeah, Dex Athletics.
Sorry, humanity.
First
We
of
got
all,
something to do.
Again, now it is difficulty 10 at the moment.
That's fine. I am spending a faith to
Automatic
make this...
success. There you go.
I always forget to do that with my regular rolls, so I might as well try for the rolls I can actually do. Diff 10, you said?
Yep, but you have one success already.
All right.
Now, I'm going to go back to Kathleen and August. Do y'all have a means to try to get back into this chase?
Honk, move, please. Honk, honk.
Storyteller, what time of day is it?
It's 3:00.
Okay, so it's pretty light out. How busy is this? Like,
And there's traffic. It's Chicago. There's always traffic on the streets. You only
for
got one
the-
car in front of the vehicle, though, that August vehicle. There's only one blocking the way. He could go up on the sidewalk and
Run.
risk it. I've already said
there-
that before.
Are there traffic light cameras yet at this time period?
No.
Asking question. Is there like a cop car near us?
Let me see. Actually, there's not.
Of course, whenever you actually need a fucking cop, they're never around.
This is not the best neighborhood. Cops don't come in here unless they're causing trouble.
Anybody on a motorcycle near us?
That one I'll give you. There's actually parked motorcycles beside it.
If that's the case, I can go on the sidewalk. I mean, whatever we're comfortable with.
If you can catch up to him, August, do what you're comfortable doing.
Dex plus drive, please. I assume you're honking the horn to get people off the sidewalk.
Move, please.
Kathleen will lean out the fucking window and use the filer, like, please move shit, voice stuff. I need to.
I mean, a car driving on the sidewalk and a horn honking normally does pretty damn good at clearing people off the sidewalk. Because
5 dice,
Yep.
5 dice, 5 successes.
Very nice. You managed to pop up on there and you don't hit anybody. You don't even hit the table that was
Please
sitting from
be
outside
careful.
the cafe as you cut around it and jump back on the street where you can see up ahead the wall of earth that is in front of the vehicle. And as you see it, Clark, you're hurling that. What is Virginia doing after you pop the trunk while Clark is hurling the...
Oh, no, before he hurls it, stop. Let me take it.
Thank you. Sorry. Sorry. I'm real quick then, as I hand it over to her, going to enhance object on the tire.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's like vulcanized rubber. I don't know.
Okay. And I am going to go low torment apocalyptic form. That gives me wings.
Difficulty is 10 to shift form, or burn a faith if you have the faith to do it.
I will burn a faith.
Okay, then it's instant.
And I am going to basically use my stuff to fly over the fucking van. Then I'm going to basically affect gravity on this goddamn tire and drop it on the hood.
And as she suddenly sprouts wings from her back
Oh, that works.
and jumps, because with just wings, without even touching anything, she can jump and start gliding, but with a running start all the way across the vehicles. That's how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Using a combination of gliding and running on the roofs of cars and leaping off to get more height again.
Mm-hmm.
She begins to soar towards this van that is stopped. The crowd at this point, half of them are screaming, half are pointing and in awe as revelation has affected the entire crowd. Between the earth coming up and now somebody with wings flying, the entire crowd is freaked out.
Uh-huh.
Do those of us still around the crowd happen to feel a surge of faith that we could maybe get some faith back?
No, you'd have to reap on that one. That's a little bit different.
That's
But,
a bit mean.
As you do that, and you pop up, you're gonna drop the car on the van.
The tire on the hood of the van so that the engine drops out.
As you do that, an individual gets out of the vehicle. Looks like a young man, 19, gets out of the driver's seat. Roll for your, you're manipulating the gravity on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so roll your, what is that power? Strength athletics.
Okay.
Difficulty is 10 still because of the sheer amount of people. Actually, yeah, still about a 10. So many people seeing you right now.
That is 4.
That is 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it falls from the sky, crashing into the engine, stopping it from moving. I mean, the vehicle just, you hear the engine crunch as it goes in. Now, what am I doing? I've got to pull up mine.
Well, given what we've seen so far, I'm guessing more lore of Earth.
And as you do that, you hear the crunch of the vehicle. The guy standing on the ground gives you the bird as the earth wraps up around him and pulls him under, sinking him into the earth under the street. But he's alone.
No Joan.
Joan was not with him. He didn't just pull her in the earth. You hear a woman screaming in the van.
I'll run up to the van. Since I'm not
As Virginia's
an angel at the
gliding
moment.
down. And August, you pull up behind the van, behind the wall of earth that's blocking it. As you see Virginia soared over the wall and has dropped a tire on what you think is the van. You think it hit. And Clark, as you open the door, you recognize the woman. She is in a panic state. As you have literally just prevented a kidnapping.
Real quick. Druliria, you're still in Arizette's vehicle, correct?
Or was she with the
No,
other
she was
kid?
with Kathleen
I was
and
with-
August.
Oh, she was with, okay, great.
It was
Both
just
of
you and
us
me.
just abandoned your fucking car. All right, fine. Well, I'm just going to stand there and look at her because I don't want to reach for her in case she screams more, but
And
God,
you're
why am I
hearing-
the one rescuing
This is
her?
when you should have been Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The woman
You
is-
should have said, "Come with me if you want to live."
Joan
It would
is
have been
definitely in a
perfect.
panic state, but you're hearing whispers from the crowd on the street, and some of the people have gotten out of their vehicles. You're hearing whispers, Angel, from some of them.
And Arizeth lands on the ground, folds her wings back behind her.
But doesn't get rid of them. You're
and-
still
and
manifesting
drops
them.
out of
So you
apocalyptic form and walks up to Joan.
I step to the side because I'm not helpful in this situation.
Joan is still panicking right this second. So if you want, has Trimdesio or August and Kathleen still in the vehicle with Drulirio, or are you all getting out, or what?
I mean, if we're close, I was gonna try and get out and actually I will run to the car.
You'll have
the
to get out
van.
because the traffic is not moving after the revelation. Nobody's cars are going anywhere. It is a traffic jam right here in this spot.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say at least I'm going to run towards it. Also, by this
Yeah.
point, the transfiguration should have worn off, so
Oh, yeah.
I look like Kathleen again. So
Yeah, because Joan is panicked. She is hysterical at this point. Because she saw not just powers manifested, but high torment powers manifested.
While they're trying to get her to calm down a bit, I'm gonna go and check the license plate,
Okay? You get a license plate.
and then I'll need just a little quick scene, but that can be after they
Okay?
try and deal with her.
I was gonna say as we reach the vehicle, I'm just going to ask Virginia if she minds if I handle this.
Let me know if she has any injuries.
I will do.
And she walks off.
So Kathleen is going to step up into the van and kind of like, I'm assuming it's like the panel vans with like no seats in the
Yeah.
back. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna step up into the van, but she's gonna crouch down.
And
So
you
that
find
she's
Joan
kinda-
is zip tied,
Oh,
legs and hands behind her back, basically so she couldn't get up and move when she was thrown in the back of the van.
shit. Joan, are you hurt?
And all you're getting out of her is her screaming right now.
Okay. I'm going to use Shit. What is it? I'm trying to figure out what.
Shame none of us can just put her to sleep. That would be easy.
I mean,
Okay.
there's
You know
things
what?
you could do.
God damn it. Just a second. What is it? The roll for this? It's faith, manipulation plus empathy. But so it's to use a power. It's still level difficulty 10, correct?
If you get inside the van and
She's
close
inside
the
the
door,
Mhm.
people aren't watching you, and you have your normal difficulty because one person's disbelief won't mean shit. You just can't be visible on the street where everyone is.
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading over the thing because I know we suggestion of a power. So, okay, yeah. So, I'm gonna close the door, like slide the door shut. And I'm going to activate. I'm gonna go over to try and like break the zip ties with like her house keys.
Okay.
And when I touching her to do that, I want to activate empathic response. So I have to roll manipulation and empathy.
Yep.
So
Difficulty is 6.
3.
Damn it, y'all spoiled the kidnapping.
Oh no.
Oh no. I will have such a hard time sleeping tonight.
4 successes.
And she calms down a bit. June, you've come to save me from the evil. It was a monster. I don't know what it was. It's
Okay.
the devil.
Since she said called me Joan, I am now going to activate doppelganger and do manipulation. It's another manipulation empathy roll, but this way I will actually look like Joan
But
to her.
doppelganger, it also costs you 1 faith to activate that.
Oh,
one.
that's right. No, I'm not going to activate that. I'm not. Fuck it. Never mind. Sorry.
That one has to have a faith used.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Joan.
You don't have
Joan,
the faith left?
No, I just don't want it. I'm not going to do it. It's not worth it. Kathleen's going to just Joan, it's Kathleen. You talked to me a few minutes ago.
That's right. You're not her. You look like her.
I know. I'm sorry that. Are you hurt?
No, my wrist hurt, and I don't think I'm hurt. I'll be okay. Well, what was that?
That was a very bad man. So I'm glad that we were able to stop him and save you. So
thank you. What did he want with me? Why did he do this? He just grabbed me off the street.
Joan, you're a very special individual. So he probably could sense that you were special and he wanted to use that. So that's why he grabbed you.
Thank you. Are you an angel? Like are you an angel?
We're not supposed to go spreading that around, but yes, I apologize for if my interacting with you puts you in harm's way, but I want to make sure that you're safe. So
thank you. I feel better now. It's just I don't know what happened. And you notice already it's starting to be a blur in her mind. As what happens when revelation happens. It quickly fades from view.
Joan,
she seems
okay.
confused now about the events.
Do you mind if I give you a hug?
And as soon as you say that, she just embraces you in a hug.
Kathleen will like hug her back and kind of just like it's okay. It's okay. You know, we got you. So we're gonna make sure you're safe.
As you're comforting her, what is everybody else doing out on the street where the crowd's rubbernecked a bit? They're starting to slowly, since no powers are being used at the moment, they are slowly kind of easing up a bit.
No one like passed out at the wheel of their vehicle or anything.
No,
crazy,
nobody
right?
passed out that you can tell. Most of them got out of the vehicle. You do catch somebody touch the earth barrier and pull their hand back screaming as their hand appears burnt now.
Would it be counterintuitive to try and use my Lore of Longing ability to try and keep people from doing that? Or because of that?
If you invoke a power in view again, you're going to have to, it's difficulty 10, and you're going to risk revelation again. Now they're in the after effects of revelation. So some people ran in fear. They may come back eventually. Others were in awe thinking they've seen something divine. But as long as nothing divine happens in front of them, most of them will rationalize it away in no time.
Okay, August is a charismatic motherfucker. He's not going to use powers. He's going to just try and get people to like get back in their cars. Everybody. Michelle, can you watch my car for a sec? I'll get out. Come on, people. Car accident. I'm sure emergency response is on its way. Everyone get back in your car. It'll be fine. Go home, go to work, whatever you're doing. Please, just so the traffic can get going.
Manipulation expression. Difficulty is only 6 because they're all a bit woozy from revelation.
Damn, you social people are really fucking useful.
Eras, that just started a cult.
The cult of van flipping. Gotcha.
That tire did more damage to that engine than it ever should have.
Yes. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Fundaments of very useful physical ability.
The dice are balancing out from those 2 botches earlier, 7 successes.
Nice.
It's not long before people start actually getting in their cars. Some of them muttering they shouldn't have had that extra coffee for lunch. Some of them muttering about what they ate for dinner last night.
They shouldn't have had the drinks at lunch.
Some of them muttering that they need a drink because obviously they must be having a flashback. The effects of revelation and your comforting words and your almost seeming like a voice of reason and everything that just went on convinces them to get back in the vehicle. Now, unfortunately, there is still a wall of earth in the middle of the street that people are going to have to drive around. But
I feel like I just neuralized them like in Men in Black.
You encourage the natural revelation effect of foggy memories.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the person who touched the wall got scorched?
Got their hand burnt, yes.
All right, so those are incredibly high torment uses of the power because the earth shouldn't be burning people.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. That is the high torment version of mold earth that makes it toxic, whatever they touched or molded. Or not mold earth, but they don't have to do it by hand, so.
And
as things start to clear, I'll kind of direct Michelle to get my car up by Virginia's and then subsequently the vans.
And it's pretty easy for you, Kathleen, to convince Joan. I assume you're not letting her back on the street.
No,
convince her to ride in the cars with you all.
Yeah, no, Joan, I'm gonna take you someplace else to be safe tonight. So I know that the enlightenment has been really nice to you, but like I'm gonna, not to be weird, Joan, I'm gonna take you home with me. We'll get you, fed and shower and everything. You'll be safe there. So,
and it's clear she's had a mental break of some kind because she keeps referring to you as Joan
Herself?
She named her daughter after herself.
Oh,
yeah.
You're gonna take care of me, Joan. You're finally gonna visit me.
Yeah, we're gonna get the family back together again.
It is clear that the effects of revelation broke something. It may take time to get her to reason up. I'm going to let you all have one final scene. You all can talk under your breath without Joan hearing because you all have that ability as you get out of the scene as quick as possible.
As we are driving, Virginia actually calls on the celestial name of Rebecca.
Okay. So let me pull up my list here because I have it loaded. You're going to call out, damn it, where'd it go? Right
Watch
here.
Rebecca be her celestial name.
Darngrath the messenger.
Mm-hmm.
And the voice that answers sounds heavily male. Remember, the gender that the body is in does not
That's
always
true.
match.
That's true.
Mhm.
Want you to know, missing people are getting snatched by a malefactor.
Wait, what? Where? Is that what I just felt?
Yes.
Holy
I
shit, she
saved
was
Joan.
right. Joan, that's the nice old lady.
Yeah. She was just snatched.
Is she okay? You got her?
Yeah, we've got her.
Do you know who did it?
A malefactor using toxic manipulation of Earth.
God.
In a 19-year-old male body. And she gives a description of what he looked like. He was driving a white panel van.
I'll put the word out.
And he was at this alley when he snatched her. And she tells her.
Okay, I'm going to let the rest of the Faustians know. Put a lookout for him. We're going to double the shifts. We're going to put double the fallen on, and for the time being, at the mission. Try to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where he was planning to take her. But he was sure aiming to take her.
Why'd he target her?
High level of faith.
Wow. Yeah, I'll let everybody know. I'll let the mistress know as well.
Okay.
If you need anything from us, reach out.
Will do.
And now
She
you all
closes off the link.
can have your talk amongst each other.
You will talk. I need to check in with someone, and I'll just close my eyes so they know that I'm not like in the conversation.
Okay.
I let Rebecca know. And they are going to escalate their security protocols.
And she seemed
Oh, she was very concerned. Well, I should say he. He is in a female body.
Huh.
The fact that one of us has gender is still bizarre to me.
Yeah. So, and she'll and he will let Cindy know.
right.
I hate that I had to do it, but that was the only way I could think to stop him.
Kathleen's just going to chime in briefly with just, I appreciate you taking the risk. She's like holding Joan kind of, yeah, so she's not talking a whole lot.
Was there a license plate on that van? Okay. Imagine Clark seems preoccupied. I imagine he probably got it that we might need to be able to see whether it was a rental or owned by someone or stolen.
Yeah.
On that thread, storyteller, I'm just checking in with Quinn, my thrall who does the police repair stuff, to see if she can have someone there look up a license plate number for me.
Okay, she gets the number from you, a license plate number, and says she'll get back to you.
That's all I wanted. I can rejoin the conversation now.
Trimdoziel, are you going to take Joan to your place?
Yes, I'm going to take her there and watch over her. I'm going to have to do a lot probably to help her get better, so.
Okay. Let me know if you need any help.
Oh yeah, I think it's all,
Psychological.
yeah, I don't want to say it's in her head, but it's
Yeah.
stuff in her head. So
Well, I mean, she just had back-to-back revelatory experiences.
I feel bad for her.
Yeah. And if I find out who that fucking malefactor is, I will put him in the earth so far he can't get out.
With all due respect, Arazeth, he's mine.
Go for it. I'm happy to help.
Thank you all. Thank you, August, for talking to the crowd.
No, yeah, no problem.
Yes, I thank you everyone for your help. I'm sorry for putting you all in danger.
Do not worry about it.
Nothing to apologize for.
Well,
Of course, Carsador, you may or may not agree with our philosophy, but the four of us that are Faustians believe in protecting humanity and helping them because we remember what it was like to be angels.
Truly, to me, it just always seems like it would be counterproductive to destroy all of them.
Exactly.
So helping makes more sense.
Exactly.
They're still very useful, if nothing else.
I'm still very curious about Chuck.
As am I. If one of Faith So Strong is being snatched,
He's probably going to be the next one. We can track him down.
I think I have concerns it's the opposite, that he might be marking people to take.
That is possible. I still say we need to track him down.
Oh, no, I'm with you. I don't know, just I feel like I'm a cryptic right now, looking at things like a puzzle. It's very strange.
we tend to have many angles of approach.
You're rubbing off on me there, Clark.
Good.
But it doesn't. It's too much of a coincidence, I think, that
Exactly.
they both left at the same time. He wasn't in any danger. I mean, he had high faith as well. He got out of there to a place that's far away. Joan was relatively
so it gives him an
close.
alibi.
Mm-hmm.
And then we must also keep in mind that Druliriel was threatened from speaking to the dead.
Yep.
Right. In the toilet, like very private place. That's just wrong.
Privacy is an illusion. Split up and do some independent research. See if we can track down better leads.
Absolutely.
I have one of my thralls working on who owned this vehicle, if any. If it's
I have
not,
concerns with those. I have some concerns, and I'm going to talk to some of my thralls to suss things out too. So.
And at least one of us should go and check on Rosemary and Gabriella.
I'll do that. Druliriel, you want to join me?
Sure.
Okay.
Anything else the choir wants to do before we end the episode?
Rip out one of the spines of my kin. Does that count?
Yeah. Malefactors
fatality.
are very good at kidnapping people.
Mm-hmm.
They're very
yes,
good
we
at
are. It. Believe me, I realized that with Lore of Paths very quickly.
Mm-hmm. So
good thing he didn't have that.
This choir is now setting about. They've got some things to do. They've got to lead both a license plate and another individual to check into. Most importantly, they saved Joan from the kidnapping. I'd like to thank my players and the viewers out there. Let's see who's doing the player vote tonight. Let's see who starts us off.
Come on, big money.
No whammies. Starts with Druliriel. No whammies. Who's getting the player vote?
I want to give mine to Arazath and Carsador for the speed chase and just
Teamwork.
We're not good for much, but damn, we're good at fucking shit up.
Yes, we are.
Jesus, my heart was going the entire time that chase was going on.
Now you've got your social.
You don't get many car chases in RPGs.
You've got your social ones. You've got your ones who deal with the spirits, and then you've got your oh shit's going down. Let's fuck some shit up. So the next one, Kathleen, your vote from Desio.
See, the problem is like everybody had really, really good stuff. I liked August, his conversation with Chuck, and then also like him dispersing the crowd, neuralizing them, as he said. I really liked Julerial talking in the bathroom, only because she was like unsure, and then she's just like, okay, let's get some answers. And then she's like, wait, now I have so many more questions. It's good. It was good information. Clark and Arizeth, of course, doing their usual like, hey yo, tag team fuck shit up from season the fuck shit up from season 1 team returns.
Yes.
Scourges and malefactors work together.
Then
a
the
lot.
defilers are there to
so
clean
well.
up the mess. The defilers then come in to clean up the mess.
Yes,
we really
you
are
do.
the perfect set of Fallen for these tasks, aren't we?
I just really felt like everybody had really good scenes that gave a lot of information, because even in outside of the fucking shit up scenes, Clark and Virginia did stuff prior to that was good too. So that's why I feel like overall it was a very good episode, well rounded with a lot of stuff that everyone was actually doing stuff. So
Okay, so everyone from you. Okay, Bazazel, I shouldn't let you have a vote because of the whole who does number 2 work for, but who do you vote for?
Well, you just kind of ruined my I agree that really this was a strong episode from everyone. Everyone had moments. So I'm going to say everyone, but I do want to call out Druliriel specifically, mostly because during the bathroom scene, the chat was throwing many jokes in there, and she did her best to hold a straight face during that. So just from a background, behind the scenes, like staying in character ability during the bathroom scene, like I can't not laugh just calling it the bathroom scene. I want a special note to Druliriel for keeping her cool during that.
I just want privacy, and I figured that would be the best place to have it.
I dubbed the ghost moaning Martin.
Oh,
Let me change his name so his name isn't Martin anymore.
Greg. His name's Greg.
it's Terry on the toilet.
Lavatory Larry.
Harry on the toilet.
His last name was Latrine, but they're going to change it.
Colleen of the Commode.
His last name is now Shithouse. They changed it from
His name is-
Latrine.
In the 9th century, yeah.
That's right.
His name is Lavatory.
Lavatory.
Yeah. Okay, so for Arizeth, your vote.
Arizeth could not have stopped that van without Carsador. Joan wouldn't have made it through if it hadn't have been for Trumdesiel. Crowd control would have been a nightmare without Bazazel. And legit finding out that there was a fallen in the spirit realm is vital information, thanks to Druliriel. Everyone knocked it out of the park.
Okay, that's another everyone. Clark or Carsador, your turn.
I mean, fuck, what else can I say that hasn't already been said? Druliriel, first of all, props. I would have frozen the fuck out if someone like just called me out from the other side. It's like, who are you? What? Like, you actually kept it together and kept asking questions. I would have just gone still. Desiel, seriously, you got so much valuable information from Joan just on her own, and then just you being you were the reason that we were able to like not have to carry off a screaming woman from a van.
So much empathy.
So
that
thank
would
you.
have drawn attention for sure.
Yep. We would have had to go apocalyptic form again just to keep people from fucking following us.
Yep.
And that's
Or Good Samaritans trying to save the screaming woman.
yeah. Bazazel, absolutely thank you for the crowd work. Jesus Christ.
7
It would have
successes.
been a non-starter
Fucking
if we
vital.
could have someone Because I wouldn't have tried talking to anyone. I would have just let them think what they think and walked on.
The right comments when they're in the foggy mind from post-revelation is really the secret a lot of times to pushing that memory away.
And then Arazeth feels like when we were beating up a fucker in a park.
Hell yes!
I truly forgot just how dangerous the physical powers are until I use them again. It's like, oh, right, this is really bad.
Yeah, for those that wonder why Demon's not played often, it is an incredibly broken system in terms of player power that quickly can get out of hand.
But
That's the
it's so
fun of it.
fucking fun.
That's the fun of the game.
Like most powers in the World of Darkness, if you know how to do it just right, they're abusable as shit.
But unlike other Worlds of Darkness, Demon has no real reason not to be a demon.
It's basically the World of Darkness version of a superhero game.
And the thing is, I think we as characters in this game are trying to temper those impulses to always be using powers and using the.
Right.
You didn't use an obvious power until they did.
Right.
Yeah, because it was like, well, if the cat's out of the fucking bag.
Yeah. I mean, he literally raised the earth in front of Arazeth's car. It's like, okay, fuck this. Gloves off.
I was waiting for the impact roll. Y'all were going to have to take more damage. But apparently, nope.
I was about to see if I could slap my hand on the dash and enhance object of the car so it wouldn't break.
The car store was was about to hurl a tire and threw a stone leaning out the car window with a bloody fucking nose and blood leaking.
He's
I mean,
badass.
Wounded. So I'm giving everyone the XP. Everyone did very well. There's some great shit. Clark and Arazeth, y'all working together. Carsador and Arazeth. Arazeth going, fuck it. I'm Revelation's happening. We're fucking doing it. Let's do it.
Fuck it. It's the end of the world.
Kathleen, showing where the social part is used. Kathleen isn't a fighter. She's not. She is good at doing the social, at being the empathy voice, the ones that can convince people. August, great timing on the speech. Drulario, I did not expect you to go in the bathroom to talk to a spirit. I wasn't ready for y'all to know about what went on there in that building. But now you know.
Oh yeah, should we also let the Faustians know, yo, there's something in your Shadowlands?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Arazeth will totally reach out to Rachel's thing again and let them know.
You mean Rebecca?
Yeah, Rebecca. Becky.
Rachel, Rebecca, they're
whatever,
both weird
it's an
names.
art name.
No offense to Rachel's and Rebecca's, obviously.
It was a good episode. So yeah, everyone, total XP this session is 4 XP for everybody.
Excellent.
So,
excellent.
Good job. We started off with a lot of learning and exposition, ended with some action.
Fuck yeah.
Give you all a little bit of each in this episode. That's episode 7, everybody. And as always, please join us on our Discord. Pop over to our Discord. That is where we cast these shows from. That is where we do weekly Zoom hangouts when Mama's not sick and I'm not like knee deep in trying to figure out how to program Lua in Fantasy Grounds.
I developed a sinus infection last week on Thursday. Friday, I got antibiotics for it. This weekend, I was feeling like death warmed over. Today, I'm finally feeling better.
Just glad she's back for the session tonight. So join us on the Discord. Do you want to see our back episodes? YouTube. That is where the back episodes are. You can catch all the Demon, the first season, Werewolf, Changeling, Vampire, Wraith, Monster Hearts, Bluebeard's Bride, Paranoia, Zastricala. We got so much shit on our YouTube,
which is based on the cartoon show Over the Garden Wall.
Yep. So
who knows how many sessions of You'll Destroy Something Beautiful?
God knows.
8.
Yeah. So you pop over to Discord. You want to catch some amazing content creators? Check out our friends. I'd have your podcast in there, but the friends list is our TTRPG friends that are directly. But tell us what you're doing, Bazazel.
Cool. I host every other week the Fan Cast It 4 podcast, the #1 Marvel fan casting podcast on the internet, presumably. This next episode coming up this Friday, me and some special guests do What If Rob Marshall, the director of Chicago, Memoirs of a Geisha, Mary Poppins Returns, and many others, directed a Fantastic Four film.
I am in awe of all these different things you're doing. How many times you can go over if so-and-so directed a Fantastic Four.
Has their own style. So you apply that style to the Fantastic Four.
inside information. Once the Fantastic Four is officially cast in the MCU, we will be switching to X-Men.
Wow.
Oh, I want in on that conversation.
You can't do worse than some of the directors of X-Men movie.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. X-Men Apocalypse. I'm sorry, something in my throat there. That was horrible. Dark Phoenix. They've killed that story too. Yeah, so catch it out. And of course, Trimdesio, the Ivy Raven, she streams, when she feels like it. Best way to do it is you pop over to Twitch there, go to her channel, give her a follow on Twitch, and then make sure the notification icon's checked. And then when she goes live, you'll get a notification or be on her Discord.
I mean, there is a likelihood that there'll be some more streaming in the future.
Yay!
With somebody else who's in this cast.
Y'all still planning to do some joint streaming there?
Maybe.
Y'all need to. I just wish y'all didn't do it when I was working.
Yeah, I know.
I remember the days of going and hanging out with Unconscious Celestial on her stream.
Yes, I do.
While she played Bloodlines.
Yeah.
That was
and
back.
I used to hang out with Ivy Raven there.
That was back when we were a baby channel. If you start streaming again, Unconscious Celestial, we got to add you to the list there because, yeah. I remember.
I'm just putting it in the universe to force me to do it, so forces her to do it.
Hey, you know what? Manifest your shit, baby.
Yep. You want to get some Wendy's or some Windy City? Well, it's most of our merch. If you want to get some McStabber Studios merch, check out our merch store. We got merch there. And if you want to support the players, bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for the viewers to give something to the players. If you want to give something to studio, that's what Coffee's for. You can subscribe here on Twitch. Twitch is a pimp. They take half. It is what it is. If you're watching this on YouTube, give the channel a subscribe on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to help us out on YouTube, comment on the video, like the video. It pushes up in the search ratings, gets more people to see it. The more people see it, the more people that like the show and get to watch us.
And click the bell icon to get alerted when we post new content.
Because we're posting multiple videos a week, everybody.
Yep.
I try my best to get every stream that's done live on Twitch posted on YouTube the same week. Sometimes it's not the same day, but it's on the same week. So we try to get that done. And now I can turn it over to my wife for the schedule.
All righty. Y'all, that was a hell of a session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Season 2, Episode 7 of Demon the Fallen, The Road to Hell. Over the next week, we have on Saturday. Is it? Or is she on break?
She's on break on the 28th.
Okay, so Saturday, no stream. But Sunday, we have at 5 p.m. Eastern, Windy City After Dark, Season 9, Episode 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So both of our World of Darkness games are nearing end of season.
Mm-hmm.
And we have something secret. Not so secret, but secret. Brewing that we're doing session 0 for.
Oh, we've already admitted it. There's
Tomorrow.
a Dark Ages stream coming to the channel. We don't know when yet. There's also a Scion
Stream
Stream
that is
coming to the channel.
very soon.
There'll be a casting call coming up for it shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to get the Zach Rules, who's a storyteller, or going to be the game master for it, for him to, I got to give him the dates of when he can start it. And then he'll be posting a casting call to see who wants to play, what is it? Bloodlines of Gods or something like that?
Yeah, you're playing the children of gods. You're demigods.
Don't worry, Demon's not broken enough. We'll do Scion too.
Scion.
Oh, and just to be clear, it's not like Greek myth only.
It
It's
can be
gods.
anything. It can be Santa Claus is the god.
Yeah. So be ready for some Scion. Be on our Discord if you want to do the casting call for that, because it's going to be for sure a Tuesday night game.
It's going to be on Tuesday.
When Demon
We have
ends.
to figure out the logistics after Demon ends. We need to give Shanky a little bit of a break. He's been running 2 streams.
Yep. And I've got to plan out my
weeks.
Dark Ages that's coming. So take a little bit of a break between on Tuesday night, so I get a little time to do some things. But don't worry, it won't be that long.
Nah.
So, and as always, as we end this, please, everybody, take your mental health seriously. Check in on friends, family, loved ones, those around you. Make sure they're okay. It's only going to take a helping hand, a kind voice, someone showing they care to help a lot of people. And if you suffer from mental health issues, first of all, feel free to not hide that. You don't need to hide it. You shouldn't hide that, because mental health is health, and it's okay to not be okay. We all need help. We all need someone to help us out at times, and there's nothing wrong with admitting that. And if you don't have people you can talk to, in chat is a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get the help you need. And there'll be a professional on the other end of the line who will talk you through it and make sure you're okay. So please do that. Mental health, it's not a joke, everybody. We take mental health seriously, not only on this stream, but as a community as a whole. So please take that very seriously. And I can give it over to my wife now for her part as we end the episode.
If you find you are isolated and don't necessarily need a crisis line right at this time, you can always join us on Discord. We have a very diverse community. We have neurodivergency, we have mental health issues, we have LGBTQIA plus all over the place. We are very progressive, very accepting, and very supportive of each other. It is very much like a family that you wish you had there. You can join us there. We have a specific channel called the Venting Chamber, and that is for you to post anything that upsets you, anything that is stressing you out, things like that. So if you hang with us on Discord, there is actually a channel for you to be able to vent. And even if you just want to get it off your chest, but trust me, people there are supportive and they will provide comments to support you. So please, engage in the community if you need it, because we are here for community. And I, Mama McStabber, am a registered nurse like my character Virginia here. My little bit of self-insert for a character. And I'm going to tell you, you really, really need to get your vaccines. And I'm not just talking COVID, and I'm not just talking flu. You need to have your MMRs updated. You need to have your Tdaps updated. You need to make sure your polio vaccine is updated, because pertussis and polio and measles are seriously making comebacks, y'all. Because people aren't getting vaccinated. It's insane. Our flu season started in October at peak. It usually doesn't hit peak until January or February. We were at peak in October. Add to that the new variant of COVID. And there are hospitals overburdened and understaffed. There are nursing homes overburdened and understaffed. And people are dying. So please, get your vaccines. And fuck the fascists. Fuck all of them. Fuck the Iranian government. Fuck Putin. Fuck Trump. Oh, yeah, and Pence had confidential shit in his place, too. So fuck Pence, too. And fuck the GOP. Nice is performative, so always choose to be kind, because that's genuine. Said with love.
And I do thank you all for coming. I thank my players for being here. They didn't know what they were coming into this episode, and, well, you got what you get. Good job on the rescuing of the kidnapping. I was hoping that one would have got pulled off, but shit happens. So I do thank you all for coming. Good night, everybody.